budget to brand your business with high visibility in the stadiums or right here on these airwaves. Do you want to be a sponsor and support the athletics here at Argyle ISD? Contact Brian and Shelley Stone at aebc.sponsorship@gmail.com to begin your support. Go Eagles!
Hey, this is Brian Estridge, the voice of the TCU Horned Frogs, and I want to promote a neat tool that the Booster Club releases every Thursday. It's the Eagles Nest podcast. Blake Jones and his team get you prepared each week for Argyle's next game by talking with one of the seniors with the football team, chatting with the head coach of that week's opponent, as well as spending some time with the Argyle head coach, Todd Rogers, including getting his keys for an Argyle victory. Plus, don't miss highlights from last week's game and the Argyle ISD Eagle Update, updating you on all the events headed your way around the school district. Check it out and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, that'll do it for me tonight. I'd like to thank Coach Chris and Coach Rogers for coming on the show. And I'd like to thank you for listening. And now let's head out to Eagle Stadium and step inside the YourNewDoor.com press box, where Mitch Cullen and the legendary Kenny Arthur will take you the rest of the way.
Thank you very much, Blake Jones. It is by-district playoff football time at Eagle Stadium tonight in Argyle. A damp, drizzly, chilly Eagle Stadium in Argyle. A big change from, wow, even just 24 hours ago where it was 80 degrees and balmy. Now it's somewhere around 50 and some light drizzle you can see up in the lights. Nothing bad. Shouldn't really impact the grip of the ball a whole lot tonight, but it could a little bit, so we'll have to keep an eye on that throughout the game, as well as the Argyle Eagles are making their way out onto the field as we continue here in the YourNewDoor.com pregame show. Just about set for the coin toss. We'll get out to Clark McNulty out at midfield for that here in just a moment. But, Mitch, good to have you back. Good for me to be back after a couple of weeks off for different things.
Yep.
But this O.D. Wyatt team, they talked a lot about this in the pregame show. A lot of talent, especially in the skill positions, a lot of speed, and a 7-3 team that took the top two teams in the district, Colleyville Heritage and Grapevine, down to the wire. So, you know, you got to look for a little battle tonight. It's not like a lot of by-district games, even this one last year where Argyle won 63-0. This could be a little bit of a test tonight.
Yeah, at least you got to prepare for one, right? Because it is the playoffs, and you don't know what they're going to do. Argyle's kind of on a little roll right now, right? I think they're kind of gelling in all their positions, and everybody's playing as a team. So you just got to come out and do what you've always done. And you know, Argyle has plenty of experience doing that. So really, shouldn't be an issue tonight, I don't think.
Argyle 19-1 all time in by-district matchups as they try to win another one again tonight. And John Gailey, Argyle quarterback, goes down earlier in the season against Lake Dallas, and McGuire Gasperson's come in and done nothing but just throw for 63%, almost 1,000 yards already, 12 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, while running for almost 100 yards as well. And Jake Kreckler, the running back's actually turned it on quite a bit here, it seems like, the last 4 or 5 weeks as well. He's averaging 6.3 yards a carry with 13 touchdowns. He's also averaging over 11 yards a catch and a touchdown as well. And I think most importantly, though, Mitch, you got to credit the big boys up front. Argyle just huge up front. And lots of times when you see teams that have large offensive linemen, and this might kind of go for O.D. Wyatt, right? When they have large offensive linemen, that's what they are. They're large, but usually they're a little slow and they kind of move at a slow pace. And that's not the case with guys like Tyler Roberts and Leighton Firestone, Thor Johansson, Weston Chaney, and Carter Wilson. They can all still move pretty good.
They can, and when you say that, you know, the QB's playing well, the running back's playing well, well, there's probably 6 guys in front of them that are playing really well also, and that's the case here. And in Argyle, you're right. They're not just big. They're athletic kids, and I think that really factors into it. They just don't get in the way, right? They actually block, and then they get to that second level and make another block, and then that's when your running back, you know, ends up with a 12-yard gain as opposed to a 4 or 5-yard gain.
Let's go down to the sideline, or to the middle of the field for the Lori Jacobs and the Legacy Group coin toss. You'll hear the voice of referee Logan Tyre.
He said tails. It is tails. You've won the toss.
Right there, first second half.
You want to defer to the second half. All right.
So as you heard, O.D. Wyatt wins the toss. They defer to the second half.
See, that, I think that's a mistake.
Yeah, you think you just get the ball and get some points?
Man, I think you. Okay, well, they get the wind and defer. I guess they're okay, because to me the wind is going to be a factor because it is blowing. So
All right.
we'll see.
Lori Jacobson, the Legacy Group. It's not heads or tails. You don't have to pick with Lori Jacobson, the Legacy Group. You're both a client and a friend. So Argyle will have the football first here tonight at Eagle Stadium. And here are your starters on offense for Argyle. He's just going to throw it high and deep down the field, and that ball is going to be intercepted. Micah Roberts with the interception at the 25-yard line.
Wow.
It's Argyle football. First interception of the year for Micah. The winner of this game will get the winner of El Paso Andrus and Abilene Wiley. That one may already be decided. End of the first quarter, Abilene Wiley leading El Paso Andrus 28-0. So that's what you can look for next week. Thanks to Rapid Med Urgent Care for bringing you your starters there. Your hometown emergency care doctors with Texas-sized hearts. Rapid Med Urgent Care. Alongside Mitch Cullen, I'm Kenny Arthur. Blake Jones, producer extraordinaire. Clark McNulty down on the sideline. We'll check out with him in just a moment and get a little bit of a weather update. O.D. Wyatt will be on defense first. Listen for the name Zach Mitchell, senior linebacker. He's had 3 100 tackle seasons. His freshman, sophomore, and junior year, he's got 85 on the season so far. His brother, Amaj Mitchell, is the other backer. Here comes the kickoff. Oh, and it hits one of the Argyle up men. Oh, and it's bouncing around, and the ball is free, but Argyle will get on the football at the 43-yard line. That's Xavier Sanchez that gets on the football there at the 43-yard line to continue that defense for O.D. Wyatt. The 4 men down front, Joseph Bracey and Kelton Thompson are the defensive ends. They're seniors. Ty Jerry Landrum and Clayshawn Womack are the defensive tackles. Corners are Xavier Walker and Malik Franklin. The safeties, Cam Parker, Ashton Larkin, and Elijah El Amin for the O.D. Wyatt. Chaparral's first and 10, McGuire Gasperson from the shotgun. Play action, under pressure, and that's what they will do. He is sacked on the first place. Kelton Thompson, that is his 12th sack of the season, the 34th sack on the season for O.D. Wyatt defense. Loss of 7 as he just went right around the Argyle offensive line.
Yeah, probably held it a little bit too long. You got to get it out faster. That was more of a coverage sack than anything else.
Here's a handoff straight ahead. And looked like he had some steam there. Did Jake Kreckler, but he is brought down quickly by Zach Mitchell. I mentioned him. That's tackle number 86 on the season for Zach Mitchell. And Argyle early going here has a 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, Argyle sure would like the first down right here just to kind of get them back on their heels some, not give them a whole lot of confidence moving forward.
They do have a good defense, does OD Wyatt only allowing 15.4 points a game. Snaps back. Gasperson going to go deep on the right side. He's got a man, but it's a floating duck. And it might have slipped out of his hand there. We said the wet ball might not hurt a whole lot, but that one didn't look like it came out very well. Was intended for Will Hodson over there, and it is incomplete, and it's going to be 3 and out for Argyle. And let's quickly go down to Clark, see if we can get a Chick-fil-A on 407 mood on the sideline and a check of the weather forecast.
Yeah, it is a playoff atmosphere with the players down here, and the forecast is it's going to be cold and wet. Wind is coming out of the north, and it does have some pretty substantial gusts.
Jackson Green punts it away. Lone line drive is going to hit at the 40 and take an Argyle roll. Jaworski Lane, deep man for OD Wyatt, fields it at the 30. Kind of a dangerous way to field it there, and he's hit immediately. 33-yard punt, and no return for the OD Wyatt Chaparrals. Here's the offense for OD Wyatt. Quarterback, third stringer, DK Crawford. He's the senior. 61.5% completion percentage, although he's only thrown the ball 39 times for 281 yards, a couple of touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's also run the ball for 264 yards and 5 touchdowns. DeMario Goss, a junior, is the running back. The receivers are Jaworski Lane Jr., Jeremiah Boone, Jalen Stokes, the tight end, Mikel Davis. And I'll give you the big boys up front after first down. Clap, and a little bit of movement up front. I'm not sure if the center didn't know to snap the ball or what. Let's see if we can get the call here from the official.
We have a dead ball, false start, number 72 on the offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
The tackles are 75, Emmanuel Franco, and Braylon Bell, number 79. The guards, as you just heard there, aforementioned number 72, Tyrese Garland, and 77, Nicholas Woodard. And the center for OD Wyatt is number 65, Rakundo Louis. First down and 15 from the 25-yard line. Snap is back. And there's going to be a handoff to Goss. A little bit on the right side, about a 3-yard pickup there. And get back to the 28-yard line. It'll be second down and about 13. Big line up front. They average 272 pounds does the offensive line for OD Wyatt. 2 receivers to either side for the Chaparrals. Snaps back. And it's going to be Jaworski Lane who's in there at quarterback. He's just going to take it himself on the left side. And gets to the 35-yard line. Bud Petter makes the stop after a 7-yard pickup. And it's going to be third down and 5 for OD Wyatt. As we thought, DK Crawford might start at quarterback, but instead it's Jaworski Lane. He's played some this year at quarterback, 53% completion percentage, 432 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. He's also thrown 4 interceptions.
Big-time baseball recruit, right?
Big time. He and Grady Emerson played together in the summer, or played on the U.S. team, national team this past offseason. Here's another time Jaworski Lane just going to keep it himself. He's hit hard by Max Bland. There's a flag down at the line of scrimmage. And he's only going to get a pickup of about 3 to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, there's some movement along the line. I don't know. They didn't blow it dead. It must be on them.
Must have been some procedure by one of the, I guess somebody not on the line of scrimmage. Well, we'll see. We're waiting on the call here from Logan Tyer, T-Y-E-R, our head referee tonight. And he's missed his button there to turn his mic on. So procedure penalty. Jerry Stanley is the umpire tonight. Josh Hale is the head linesman. Chris Vessels, the line judge. Randy Ivey is your back judge. Side judge is Rick McClellan, and the field judge is David Milholland tonight. Thanks to those guys for working hard on a chilly Thursday night.
Yep. Okay, so wait a minute. So they didn't have the first down.
That was going to be 4th and 2. And Argyle takes the penalty. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Kind of like you, I might have declined it, right?
Well, I guess they were afraid they were going to go for it.
Lane's rolling to his right. He's being chased by Max Bland, and he loses his footing. Does Jaworski Lane and ends up running out of bounds. 5-yard loss. Credit Hudson E. Materio with the sack. Back at the 25-yard line, and I guess it did end up working. That's why we don't coach, right?
Yeah.
So now it's going to be 4th and 15 at the 25 instead of 4th and 2 at the 38. So Argyle get better field position following this punt by, again, Jaworski Lane, by the way. He does a little bit of everything, and I talked to one of their other coaches, Coach Jeremiah today, on the phone, and he's also their baseball coach. And he was asking me about Grady Emerson, Argyle, how much he played. And I told him, I said, he'll come in some later in the game maybe, but he said it scares him to death how much Jaworski, he goes, every time he just slips a little bit, it scares him to death. Here's a low line drive punt. It's going to be fielded. Oh, and taking a knee back there.
What is that?
There's a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Will Krzyzak got the ball on a hop, a 38-yard punt. And Krzyzak looked like he was starting to return it and decided to take a knee.
Well, it was almost like he was directed to do that, right?
Well, I'm wondering if it's because of the procedure penalty, they're going to make him kick it again.
Oh, so he didn't have to take the beating?
We have illegal procedure on the white team. Penalty is declined.
No?
Be first down, Argyle.
Huh. I don't know. I'm not real sure why Will Krzyzak didn't want to return that one, but nevertheless, Argyle will have their second possession. And they will start at 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Shout out to my gorgeous daughter and her friend Lily out at Hardin Simmons listening in tonight. Both these teams exchange 3 and outs on their first possession. Gasperson, play action, throws it out. It's complete. Lane Stewart gets a nice block at the 40. Down the sidelines to the numbers. Outside the numbers, inside to Wyatt territory to the 47-yard line, a 15-yard pickup. Hunter McFall out wide blocking and took Elijah El Amin out of the play, and it's a first down.
Nearly took him out of the stadium.
Argyle back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Play action again. Gasperson looking to throw, still looking. He's got Lane Stewart right on the sideline. Tiptoes and steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Mark him out at the 42-yard line. That's a 5-yard gain. Elijah El Amin runs him out of bounds there. 2nd down and 5 for the Eagles. 2 receivers right, 1 left, ball on the left hash. Handoff straight ahead. Jake Kreckler finds a hole right down the left hash mark. Straight ahead inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 14-yard gain there before Ashton Larkin comes up from his safety spot to make the stop for the Chaparrals. Ball on the 28-yard line for Argyle. Again, quickly, Kreckler's got it. Breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, but he hangs onto his shoestring. And there is a flag down.
He just couldn't get rid of that guy, right? It looked like he was dragging a big old weight or something. Couldn't get rid of him.
That's that linebacker, Zach Mitchell, who hangs on. We're going to see what the flag is here. Argyle might have been moving a little too quick.
We have illegal substitution on the defense.
Oh, no.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
So legal substitution on O.D. Wyatt. Emmanuel Shelton checks back into the ball game. A 5'9", 240-pound senior defensive lineman for O.D. Wyatt. So following that penalty, 1st down and 5 for the Eagles. Ball at the 23-yard line. And now I think, what do we got whistles here for? Thought maybe Coach Chris had called the timeout. Oh, they had the ball spotted a yard back too far. At the 24, needs to come up to the 23.
6-yard penalty.
1st and 5 from the 23. Gasperson handoff. Jake Kreckler running left. Good blocking out front by Tyler Roberts and Leighton Firestone. But coming up to make the stop again, Zach Mitchell, the linebacker, picks up maybe only a yard on that one. It's going to leave a 2nd down and 4.
Boy, and it looked like they brought the house then. Everybody on that right-hand side was coming hard. If Kreckler had gotten to that 2nd level, it was going to be all the way to the end zone.
Hand off to Kreckler again. Nice job by Gasperson to hold the fake long enough to draw the defensive end in. Hunter McFall gets him a pancake block, a pickup to the 18-yard line. That's a 1st down for Argyle. Now the receivers go back out wide. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Left hash. Kreckler dancing in the backfield, does a little and makes a nice move to the middle of the field to about the 12-yard line. Another pancake block, this time Leighton Firestone. And another 5-yard pickup for Jake Kreckler, Argyle's number 3, the senior. 2nd down and 5. Kreckler's got it again straight ahead, but just runs into a wall this time. That's going to be Clayshawn Womack, number 5. No gain there. Matter of fact, he's going to lose a yard possibly.
Yeah, there was just nothing there. I mean, it was right at the line of scrimmage, there was nothing.
8th play of the drive. 3rd down and 7. 2 receivers left, 1 right, ball in the middle of the field at the 14 of O.D. Wyatt.
4-down territory?
Yeah, I think so. Wind in your face, so snap a little bit low. It's going to be a handoff to Kreckler. Finds a little bit of a hole there, but Zach Mitchell hangs onto his feet again and drags him down. Gets about a 5-yard pickup there to the 9-yard line. It's going to leave 4th down and about 1.5 yards for Argyle. They do line up to go for it here on 4th and 2, and it's going to be Kreckler again straight ahead. He breaks the tackle that would have kept him from getting the first down, and he gets all the way to the 2-yard line. Nice blocking up front by Carter Wilson. The center, and it's going to be 1st and goal, Eagles from the 2.
Yeah, and they're going fast too, and O.D. Wyatt already has hands on hips.
Kreckler, 8th straight run by him. Nowhere to go this time. He just runs into a wall. He loses a yard back to the 4. Making the stop there was Elijah Elamine, the safety. He was in the backfield. Back to the 4-3. They mark it a loss of a yard to the 3.
Whose celebration was that with the body slam motion? Did you see him?
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, yeah. He was like 5 yards in Argyle's backfield doing it.
2nd down and goal from the 3. 2 backs this time for Argyle. It's going to be a handoff. Running left this time behind Leighton Firestone and into the end zone for the Argyle touchdown. It's Lane Stewart. 3-yard touchdown run for the Argyle senior. Number 6, Lane Stewart. 6 on the board for the Eagles.
Yeah, the O-line had the hole for him right there. Lane had a giant hole to run through. There's nobody even there. So when the offensive line gets going, man, they can open some big holes.
Extra point by Anthony Ruvalcaba is good. 5:27 to play in the first quarter. There's a flag down. Looks like they're coming on off, though, so going to be against O.D. Wyatt, I guess.
Personal foul.
We'll take a timeout. 5:27 to play in the first quarter. It's Argyle 7, O.D. Wyatt nothing on AEBC Broadcasting.
What's the secret to scoring big in the real estate game? Put the ball in the hands of the winning realtor in Argyle, Lorena Moore with Monument Realty. Lorena knows all of the plays to find the perfect match for you, whether you're buying or selling. Real estate is about connections, and there's no better quarterback in Argyle than Lorena Moore. Find her at dfwmoorehomes.com or look for her QR code around Eagle Stadium. Don't get stuck on the sidelines. Go with Lorena Moore with Monument Realty.
Hello, fellow Eagles fans. This is Pastor Jen at Argyle United Methodist Church. If you're looking for a church family, I want to invite you to join us for church on Sunday at 9 a.m. for our traditional service or at 11 a.m. for our modern service. We also have small groups for the entire family, all ages, at 10 a.m. We'd love to see you there.
Tonight's first quarter made possible by the generous support of Drees Custom Homes, Connie Johnson at A-Town Apparel, Lamar National Bank, Core Culture Studio, Lorraine Moore with Monument Realty, Net Profit Advisors, the great Emily Holt with Argyle Party and Gift, JB Warranties, Argyle United Methodist Church, J. Caldwell Custom Pools, also Orthopedic Associates of Flower Mound, Longhorn Screen Shades and Shutters, Amy Cook of the Legacy Group, and the sponsor of our pregame show, Billy Klein with Your New Door.com. Here's a high, short kickoff, even on after the 15-yard penalty. Fair caught by D.K. Crawford, and that will bring it out to the 25-yard line where O.D. Wyatt will have it 1st and 10 for their second possession of the game. But how about a drive summary? It's Mitchy Poo.
Yeah, the drive summary is brought to us by Dave and Kathy Salisbury, the real estate station. So it was 11 plays, 62 yards, 3:36 off the clock. Started with 2 passes to Lane Stewart, and then you sandwich in 8 runs by Kreckler, and then it's finished off by a Lane Stewart 1-yard touchdown run.
Jaworski Lane back in at quarterback with DeMario Goss to his left. Read option. Lane keeps it. Hit at the line of scrimmage, but man, keeps his feet driving. Holy smokes, he's going to have almost a first down. He is going to get a first down. Pickup of 10 for Jaworski Lane to the 35-yard line. And that was all number 22 for O.D. Wyatt on that play.
Looks like the rain maybe has come down a little bit harder.
Let's check in with Clark. Clark, how's the weather? It's nice and toasty and dry in here.
Of course it is. You know, but I'm okay with that. I'm down here in the trenches. It's wet, it's windy, it's cold. I love it.
Dang Yankees.
Yeah.
1st and 10 to the 35-yard line. 3 receivers right, 1 left. It's going to be Jaworski Lane keeping it again. He's going to try to get around the corner. He does, but then he is slammed down. He got away from Max Bland, but Hudson E. Materio comes up to slam him down. He's going to lose a yard back to the 34, the 34-yard line.
Yeah, he got past Max. And then he tried to put both feet in the ground and cut back, and that's when Hudson was there and just smashed him.
Well, he'll find out that Argyle speed. If Jaworski's smart, he just keeps it straight up the middle like he did on that last play. Second down and 11, and it's going to be Demario Goss. He's got it this time. He finds a hole in the middle of that Argyle defensive front. He's going to get up close to the 40. Max Bland and Bud Petter combined to stop him. 6-yard gain. They'll call it 5-yard gain. It's right at the 40-yard line. It'll be third down and 5 here for the Chaparrals.
Seems like most of their success has been between the tackles.
Third down and 5.
Not me.
Third down and 5. 2 receivers left, 1 right, ball on the right hash. Lane looking to throw. Now he's under pressure and just lobs it toward his tight end, and it's over his head. It was intended for Michael Davis, the senior tight end, and that wasn't even close. And we were talking about nonchalant.
Boy,
that was the weirdest.
The
Look at
snap,
that ever, wasn't it?
Did you see him catch the snap?
Yeah.
One hand and then just kind of stood there.
Lane now goes back in punt formation. Will Krzyzak is back. Not sure where Nathaniel Bruce is tonight. He's usually the punt returner. Hey, Clark, isn't that what the sideline guy's supposed to do, a la Christy Scales? Go find out about injuries.
Oh, I'm fixing to find out. Oh.
Punts away by Lane. Argyle almost gets it. Will Krzyzak calls a fair catch at the 29-yard line. A 30-yard punt, 31-yard punt by Lane. No return for Argyle, and the Eagles will have it 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. Hey, you know where we're going to be tomorrow morning?
Where?
Or I will anyway. I'm going to be at the Snooty Pig for breakfast.
Yeah, me too.
Marge Bunn, all the gang over at the Snooty Pig at 377 at Country Club Road. Awesome breakfast, lunch, open till 2 o'clock, 7 days a week. And it is so good over there. It's a place to go when you're hungry. The Snooty Pig. Lane Stewart goes in motion from left to right. 29-yard line. Gasperson sees the slot now open in the middle, and he just takes off running up to the 30-yard line. It closes down quickly as the sophomore, Amaj Mitchell, comes up to make the stop. Ends up only being a gain of 1. Looked like he had a big hole there, so nice job by number 7, just keying on the quarterback there, Mitch.
Yep, Nate Bruce out with the flu.
Okay. Second down and 9. Handoff. Jake Kreckler running right. Thought he had some room, but again, Amaj Mitchell, number 7, the sophomore, making the tackle. Another yard on this one is all to the 31-yard line. It's going to leave a third down and 8 for the boys in red. Since Cleaners uniform update, Argyle red jerseys, red pants, white numerals outlined in black, black helmets with red eagle feathers on those helmets. Here's a quick pass. Oh, it's hit at the line. Nice job coming in defensively there by Elijah El Amin, who came up the line of scrimmage on a blitz and just got his big arms up in the air and knocked that pass down, and it's incomplete. O.D. Wyatt wearing their white jerseys with dark blue numerals outlined in light blue, dark blue pants with a white stripe down those, and a dark navy blue helmets for the O.D. Wyatt Chaparral, so Argyle will have to punt again.
Yeah, kind of sputtering a little bit. I mean, they had such a great drive last time, and then this one just went nowhere.
Jackson Green back in punt formation. Rugby-style kick goes to his right. It takes a little bit of an O.D. Wyatt bounce, and at the 45-yard line where Ben Godfrey downs the ball there, a short punt, only a 23-yard punt for Jackson Green. No return. And we haven't mentioned this. Hey, Clark, we've got the rain, we've got the chilliness and whatnot, but looks like we've got some flags kind of standing out there as well. How's the wind?
The wind is coming straight out of the north, so Argyle's, it's in their face right now. And, and it's dropping the temperature. It feels like it's about 47 down here.
2:42 play first quarter. Argyle leading 7-0. Handoff to Mario Goss. Nowhere to go.
No.
He is wrapped up. Looks like getting up off the bottom of the pile there for Argyle was Max Bland.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go, and he started stuttering, and he went one way and then back the other, and it just, like you said, the Argyle speed was too much, and he was going to have no success once that happened.
Second down and 11, and I'm kind of with Clark. We're in the booth up here, but we've got the windows open. It does feel like the temperature's dropped 4 or 5 degrees since the game started. Now, O.D. Wyatt, Coach Chris wants a timeout. We'll take one with him. 2:09 to play first quarter with Argyle leading 7-0. Back in a moment on Argyle Eagle Booster Club Broadcasting.
For exceptional lawn care, call Evergreen Lawn and Landscape. We're a family-owned business serving Argyle for more than 30 years. Our services include lawn maintenance, fertilization, sod installation, and landscaping. Our service techs and support staff are fully trained and work hard to make your lawn the best it can be. Contact them today at evergreenlls.com. That's Evergreen Lawn and Landscaping at evergreenlls.com. Let us love your lawn as much as you do at evergreenlls.com.
The real estate station, owned by longtime Argyle residents Dave and Kathy Salisbury, has been around since 1986 and was the first real estate office to be established in Argyle. The real estate station provides full office support, in-house marketing, and an experienced sales team consisting of agents who live in and know the Argyle area. Whether you are buying, selling, or leasing, they are ready to serve you. Supporting Argyle ISD for over 15 years, they are proud to be a district-level Eagle partner again this year. And they were chosen to be Argyle ISD's real estate advisors. The real estate station, they are your hometown real estate experts.
Second down 11 following the timeout. O.D. Wyatt going from left to right in this first quarter. Two receivers left, two right for the Chaparrals. Ball on the left hash, play action. Oh, they hit a man streaking right down the middle. That's D.K. Crawford. He's going to have a first down. Xavier Sanchez makes the stop, but not before he picks up 18 yards all the way to the Argyle 37-yard line, and that was just a streak right down the middle of the field.
Yeah, there's a bunch of traffic around there, but Jaworski had the poise and the patience just to dump it over there.
Completely different look from Jaworski that time than the first time. When he looked like he didn't even really want to throw the football. That time he just fires a bullet. First to 10 after that 18-yard gain. Pistol formation. Lane's going to hand it off this time. And running left, we got a new running back out there that's going to have about 6 yards. That's Ashton Larkin. Hudson Immaterio makes the stop.
Okay, so Ashton Larkin is the one who's getting worn out on when he's on defense, the cornerback. He's just getting abused by the wide receivers.
Pretty good there running the football. He gets a 5-yard gain. I'll see
quick
some stats from on him. Second down and 5. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Larkin to the right this time of Lane. Larkin's going to get it again, makes a move behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to have a first down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Hudson Immaterio makes the stop, but not after a first down.
Yeah, and he's super quick, right? I mean, as soon as he gets the ball, he's already hitting the hole, and Argyle's got to figure out an answer to stop that because he just marches his way down.
He's averaging 4.8 yards a carry on 29 carries coming into this game. Is Ashton Larkin. First and 10 for the Chaparrals from the Argyle 25-yard line. 3 receivers right, 1 left, ball on the left hash. Snap back to Lane. He's just going to keep it himself, running to the right side, looking for a hole, still trying to find a hole, and he's going to have some room. Watson, Bell, and Dancing Devon makes the stop. After a 5-yard pickup, though, that one didn't look like it had a whole lot, Mitch, but he ends up getting 5 yards to the 20, and it's second down and 5.
Yeah, I didn't see that much either because once Argyle strings it out, he's really had very little success, but he turned that into something.
That's going to do it for quarter number 1 here at Eagle Stadium. Bi-district football tonight at Eagle Stadium. 3-1, Argyle leading 7-0 over O.D. Wyatt. We're back after this from the Design House. Updating your home is too important to do alone. The Design House of Denton has designers and experts on staff who want to help. Whether it's simply new flooring or having an entire wing of your home remodeled, the Design House has a full spectrum of services for any size idea you have. They care about you and your home both during and after your project. My wife and I know this from personal experience. Now it's time to see for yourself. Go see the friendly staff at their gorgeous showroom located just outside Golden Triangle Mall at 2303 Colorado Boulevard. The Design House of Denton, locally owned and proud members of Argyle Eagle Nation.
Hey, this is George Dunham, reminding you to check out the Eagles Nest podcast every Thursday to get you ready for Argyle football's next game, with segments like the Scouting Report on Argyle's next opponent, the Player Spotlight, the Weekly Flyover with Coach Rogers, highlights from last week's action, and the Argyle ISD Eagle Update. Blake Jones and his crew promise to inform and entertain you on everything Argyle Eagles. Check them out and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Attention football fans, don't miss out on the opportunity to be a part of Texas football history, where dreams are realized, legends are born, and unforgettable moments unfold before your very eyes. Mark your calendars for the UIL State Football Championships, December 13th through the 16th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The best teams from 6-man to 6A leave it all on the field in the hopes of being named champion. For the latest updates and ticket information, head over to uiltexas.org/football. Again, that's uiltexas.org/football. And here is the handoff to Ashton Larkin. Bland and Brendan Hickman make the stop after a 3-yard pickup. Going to leave a 3rd down and 2 this time for O.D. Wyatt. Now moving from right to left in this second quarter, so against the wind for the Chaparrals.
Yeah, it shouldn't really affect them. I mean, they hadn't thrown the ball that much, but Argyle's got to come up with a stop here in the next 2 plays because they're going to go on 4th down.
Pistol formation. Man comes in motion from right to left. Snap hits the receiver that was going in motion.
Incomplete.
Okay, it is an incomplete pass. It did get all the way back to Jaworski Lane, and he was trying to toss it in to his intended receiver, Jeremiah Boone. I thought it hit Boone. And so it's just an incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down and 2, and limping off the field there's Kelton Thompson, who'd come in at a tight end position for. And that could hurt them defensively, as Kelton Thompson leads the team in sacks. He's already had 1 tonight. And he limps off there playing some offense. 4th down and 2 now for the Wyatt Chaparrals from the Argyle 17-yard line.
I'm going to give it to Ashton Larkin right here.
Pistol formation, and Coach Chris wants a timeout. And we'll take one as well. 11:22 to play in the second quarter with Argyle leading 7-0. Timeout on the field. We're back after this in the University Interscholastic League.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation: that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
4th down and 2. Man goes in motion again. It's going to be Lane, just going to keep it this time running right, turns it up, and he's going to be, looks like he's going to be a little bit short. He needed 2. He's only going to get 1. I'm not sure who made the stop. Logan Gregory comes over fired up.
Oh, wait.
Couldn't see who made the stop over there.
He got blasted, whatever it was. And that's what you get when you run side to side, right? Somebody's going to come in pretty hot, and that's what happened.
Max Bland getting the most high fives, so we're going to give him the credit.
That means it's him.
You know, we need us a TV monitor up here, right? When the Talon's got this on YouTube, I could get some sort of replay.
Writing that down.
Hit rewind.
Ask for TV monitor.
That's right. We needed about a 60-inch would be good.
Yeah.
We couldn't fit a 60-inch in here. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Nice drive by O.D. Wyatt. Goes for naught. 2 receivers, or 2 backs to either side. It's going to be Lane Stewart getting the handoff, running left. He's tripped up. Looked like he had quite a bit of room over there, but a nice job by Elijah El Amin to make the stop. He's been all over the place so far here in this first half, has El Amin.
Is this a new running back formation we're witnessing?
It is. The split backs on either side of the shotgun. It's going to be Kreckler. No, it's going to be Lane Stewart again, running right this time and makes some nice moves in the one that I know Andy Smith loves, a spin move. And that's a 1st down at the 26-yard line. And hang on, stoppage of play. What do we got? Timeout. O.D. Wyatt. That's their 3rd timeout. But, boy, they are timeout happy, aren't they? All right, hey, how about this gives us a perfect opportunity, Mitchie Pooh, to tell us who's bringing us our second quarter.
Let's do it. Tonight's second quarter is made possible by the generous support of Ty. They are?
Don't listen to Blake.
Sorry about that. Ty and Jennifer Homeyer of the Design House. Cycle Center of Denton, Glass and Mirror Specialist, Wes and Lisa Spence at Waxahachie Autoplex. Araque and Chris Martin and Gus and Michelle Sanchez of Post Oak Realty. Marge Bunn at Snooty Pig. Point Bank. You think Marge listens for her name and then she goes back to watching TV, or you think she watches the whole game?
Well, she's got to open at probably like 4 in the morning.
Well,
She's got to be at the restaurant. She's probably in bed.
Brian and Shelley Stone of Shout Out Promotions. Dr. David Dyer, Argyle Orthodontics. Joe Bertram, NXT Mortgage, powered by U Mortgage. Shelby Black of Salon 377, Sonic of Argyle. Kelly Massey at Grit Productions. Fairway Independent Mortgage, and the sponsor of our halftime show, Brian McClarty and 407 BBQ.
You think Marge just goes to bed dreaming about whipping up that French toast for you?
Watching us walk in the door and saying, there's that broadcast team.
That's right. Argyle first and 10. It's going to be Jake Kreckler. He's going to bounce it outside. He gets the corner of the numbers. He's down the sideline. Midfield. He's off to the races. He's not going to be caught. 15, 10, 5, Argyle Eagle touchdown. A 74-yard touchdown run for the Argyle senior, Jake Kreckler. All aboard. 6 on the board for the Eagles.
Yeah, and he just left him in the dirt. It was kind of funny because he got to the corner and he's running down the sideline. He's almost like looking at those guys behind him as he's running. But, yeah, nobody had the wheels to catch him, and he was just gone.
Anthony Ruvalcaba on to attempt the extra point. Out of the hole to Colton Rockmore. Deep snappers, 48, Greg Moeller. Snaps a good one. Hold is down.
Nice.
Extra point is good. 10:21 to play in quarter number 2. It's now Argyle 14, OD Wyatt nothing on Argyle Eagle Booster Club broadcasting.
Introducing 308 Construction and Solutions Group. From brand new projects to intricate remodels, we've got you covered. No need to call multiple contractors. With in-house electrical and plumbing teams, we simplify your journey. Proudly based right here in Argyle, Texas, we're not just builders, we're your neighbors and community members. Let the team at 308 Construction be your first call for every construction, electrical, and plumbing need. 308 Construction and Solutions Group, building the heart of the DFW, one project at a time.
Cycle Center of Denton and BMW Motorcycles of Denton proudly support Argyle Athletics. Cycle Center is your local family-owned and operated power sports store with the best selection of motorcycles, all-terrain vehicles, and side-by-side fun and work machines. Shop the largest parts and accessories showroom in North Texas and experience a factory-trained service department that will support you with the great service to keep your machine running at its best. Cycle Center wants to thank all the Argyle football fans, coaches, and faculty that make Argyle the best school in Texas. Come see why Cycle Center of Denton is called your power sports store with more.
By the way, we don't talk about this enough. Anthony Ruvalcaba now 40 out of 40 on PATs for the season. Here's a low line drive kickoff.
Like
it's
it.
Go all the way into the end zone for the touchback.
See what they did? They bluffed the little chip shot.
It's pretty nice. And
Yeah.
you know what? I guess you lose your job if you miss one, right? Because Beckham Kimbrell, 20 out of 21 on PATs this year. So the Argyle kickers are 60 out of 61 on PATs. How many high school teams can say that?
Yeah, and how many high school teams would like to have either one of them on their team, right?
How about a quick drive summary, Mitch?
Let's do it. Brought to us by Ty and Jennifer Homeyer of the Design House. So we had 3 plays, 54 seconds, 84 yards. Kreckler, before that, had 36 yards on 10 carries. He had 74 yards there for the TD. He's got 100 yards on the game now.
Handoff. Running right is Goss. This time to Mario Goss. Nowhere to go. Devon Owen makes the stop. He's going to lose back to the 24-yard line. So that's a 1-yard loss on first down with 10 minutes to play here in the second quarter. And Argyle leading 14-0.
Yeah, they keep running sideline to sideline, and there really hadn't been that much for them, but I'm not sure why they're not going between the tackles.
I think, you know, the speed that they have, they're used to a lot of games. They probably can bounce it outside.
Yep.
They haven't played Argyle a whole lot at all
this year.
Second down and 11. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Now man comes in motion from right to left, and he's going to toss it back to him. He's going to try to get around the outside as well.
Bang.
Xavier Sanchez hits him, stands him up, and then Watson Bell comes in from his safety spot and rings his bell. Lost 3 yards back to the 22-yard line. Jeremiah Boone, the ball carrier. And it's going to be third down and 14.
Who in the stands couldn't figure out that was what was going to happen on that play? They're just going to pitch it to him. He came in motion at about 100 miles an hour. and just know where to go. Again, sideline to sideline. Hey, Clark, quick question. So as sometimes is tradition at Argyle, when they go to the playoffs, they dye their hair.
Oh, there's a bunch of really bad blonde hairdos down here.
Did you do it too?
No, I shaved.
You should. You're part of the team down there, aren't
Yeah.
you? And we've got a whistle before the snap. Not sure. I don't see a flag.
I think it was the play clock was winding down.
Well, they can't. They didn't have a timeout.
We have a dead ball, delay a game on the
Well.
offense, 5-yard penalty, still third down.
I guess he just didn't want to have to work to, didn't want to bend over to pick up his
Yeah.
flag, so he just didn't throw it.
He's probably stiff with that cold wind.
Right. So back him up 5, be third down and 19.
Stove up.
Fourth penalty of the game on the Chaparrals. 3 receivers right, 1 left on 3rd and 19. Goss, the setback to the right of the quarterback, Jaworski Lane. Lane is looking. Now he's going to throw it out wide and knocked incomplete. It was in the hands of Jeremiah Boone, but there to knock it out was Luke Lane, who come up and gave him a nice lick, and a nice job by Luke Lane, because that was one, Mitch, you could just tell Luke was like, all right, they got 19 yards. I'm just going to play off. No reason to play up tight, let him get behind me, and just waited till the ball was thrown and then just laid a lick on him.
Yeah, the coaches all yell out down in distance, right? Down in distance. And they had 2 receivers right on top of each other. I wasn't really sure if they were going to fight for it or if one of them was going to jump up and get it, but Argyle took care of that problem pretty quick.
Will Krzyzak stands back in midfield, awaiting this punt of Jaworski Lane. He's back at about his own 2-yard line.
Bad snap. Get ready.
Awaiting the snap of Nicholas Woodard. Low line drive punt, bounces.
He hit it.
At the
He already hit it.
45. Continues to roll. Well,
No, it's dead.
Did it hit Jeremiah Boone? Nobody threw a beanbag down anywhere, though.
I don't think
they're
they
gonna
saw
say
it.
It's a 34-yard punt. They're going to put it right at midfield. And that's where Argyle will have it, 1st and 10. Let's see where they officially mark it, because they're all over the place. They don't even know where they want to mark it, do they?
No.
They are going to put it right at the midfield stripe on the right hash for Argyle here. And they'll have 1st and 10 on this possession from midfield. Chick-fil-A on 4-7, and Flower Mound is Argyle's favorite Chick-fil-A. We're proud sponsors of the Argyle Eagles Booster Club. Can't wait to see you in the restaurant. Download the Chick-fil-A One app. Make sure you select Chick-fil-A Justin Road as your favorite. Always hiring smiling faces. If you want to work at Chick-fil-A, text PICKLES to 56379. And don't forget to eat more chicken at Chick-fil-A on Justin Road.
Whoa.
Here's a reverse.
Whoa.
Will Krzyzak, all sorts of running room. Good blocking out front. He's all the way to the 30. He's tripped up there at the 28-yard line. That's a 22-yard gain by Will Krzyzak on 1st down.
Yeah, man, there was nobody out there. They kind of did the double reverse, and when Krzyzak got the ball, there was nobody out there but a blocker.
Split backs again. It's going to be Lane Stewart. He's going to get it off left tackle. He bounces it outside down the sideline, hurdles a man at the 15, and he's going to be dragged out of bounds by Mitchell, the sophomore Mitchell, Amaj Mitchell, after a 19-yard gain to the 9-yard line, 1st and goal.
Yeah, and he looks like he's kind of embracing the role of running back.
Well, Lane was actually the starting running back in the scrimmage against Denison before the season started. That's when he broke his collarbone. Jake Crickler's got it running right. He bounces off a tackle at the 5, dives towards the end zone. He's going to be just a little short at the 1.
Man, you got to give it to him right here, right?
Ethan Fetters will check in at one of the receiver spots, give Will Krzyzak a break.
Krzyzak was kind of trying to rub off that tackle over there.
2nd and goal from the 1. It's Crickler. And there is just a huge hole in the middle. Walk the dog behind Carter Wilson and Leighton Firestone. A 1-yard touchdown run for Crickler. 6 more on the board for the Eagles.
In fact, that hole was so big, I could see from here in the press box, I could see all the way through to the back of the end zone. There was nobody there. Crickler just exploited it and ran right straight in.
Anthony Rubalcaba for the PAT, and hope I didn't speak too soon, as it's good. 7.5 to play now in the 2nd quarter. Our new score, Argyle 21, ODY nothing, following that Jake Crickler touchdown, but nice running as well by Lane Stewart. And Lane was injured most of the season, and he talked about what he learned standing on the sidelines.
I've sat out like for a week or 2 before, but never for that length of time. And, you kind of see the game differently. You see, like running back wise, you kind of see holes you don't see in live action. You start to learn a lot more and process the game. It kind of slows down for you on the sideline. And you're also just eager, you know, because, like, you feel like you can go in there and make a difference. So it's definitely tough, but I think it helps because you learn a lot and you see the game differently because you can see the whole field instead of just, like, what's in front of you, you know, so.
Jake Kreckler over 100 yards tonight. Lane Stewart having a great game as well so far from the running back spot. We talked about it. That's a new look that Argyle's pulled out this week with the split backs on either side of McGuire Gasperson.
Here's that cool kickoff again.
Argyle going to have two of them back there looking like they're going to kick, so they're going to kick it short.
Blast it.
And nope, they're going to blast it along the ground this time, and they get a good hop up to the 30-yard line. And running out of bounds, Jaworski Lane. I guess he just didn't want to get hit or whatever that time. So
he's getting hit enough.
Runs out of bounds, and that'll be O.D. Wyatt football at the 35-yard line. Mitch Pooh, how about a drive, Summer?
Let's do it from Northern Texas. Facial and oral surgery. That's pretty easy. 4 plays, 50 yards. Kreckler with the 1-yard TD run. 50 seconds off the clock. 50 seconds.
Shout out to Aaron Inman listening to us up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Or is it Portsmouth? Down here in Texas, we call it Portsmouth.
Yeah.
Handoff to Mario Goss running right. Brendan Hickman there to make the stop right at the line of scrimmage. Actually, he was behind the line of scrimmage. He falls forward to get back to the line of scrimmage, but the Army commit, Brendan Hickman, makes the stop there. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
I bet Portsmouth, it's colder than it is here. What do you bet?
I would think maybe just a tad.
But could have the kind of rainy weather.
By the way, Kim McNulty sent me a picture, and I don't know if y'all seen this or not, saying Clark didn't need playoff dye. I'll show it to you in just a second. Here's the read option. Jaworski Lane is going to, nope, that's not Lane, is it? Is that DK?
11?
No, 11. DK Crawford has checked in. Justice Jones makes the stop after a 6-yard pickup. There's that picture, by the way, of
handsome man right there.
Clark McNulty. See, I wish if we had a camera here in the booth, I could show everybody on YouTube of Clark McNulty when he was.
I was a little bit nervous. I didn't know if it was sent to you by mistake or.
Kim's not like it. She's classy. 3rd down
but
and
Clark
4.
That's the problem.
They're 0 for 4 on 3rd down as O.D. Wyatt snaps back to Crawford. He's going to hand off to Goss and nowhere to go. Hudson E. Materials in the backfield, a TFL for Hudson. His 3rd tackle of the game all the way back at the 39-yard line. That's his 3rd tackle for loss in this game for Hudson E. Materio, and it's a punting situation once again for the Chaparrals. 6 minutes to play. Clock running here in the 2nd quarter with Argyle leading 21-0.
Hudson's had a really good senior season this year, and super aggressive tackles for loss like tonight. Just done a great job.
Wasn't even planning to play football this season. Was going to just focus on baseball, and as the season got going, or as the practices and whatnot got going, he realized how much he missed it, missed his teammates. And I think they kind of had to have a team vote because he missed some of the practices and decided if they'd let him come back, and I think it was unanimous to let Hudson E. Materio come back and play, and he is making a difference. Only an 11-yard punt here for Jaworski Lane into the wind.
Has he not short hopped to a snap yet?
No, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for Argyle at the midfield stripe. And Mitch, you talked about this a little bit before the game. It's situations like this where you wonder now if O.D. Wyatt gets in a position where it's like, okay, we're just not enjoying this anymore. It's not fun.
Oh, I absolutely think it is, especially in weather like this, right?
Argyle bunched in tight, only one receiver out left. It's going to be a toss sweep to the right side. It's going to be Jake Kreckler. Makes a little shimmy at midfield and able to fall forward to the 47-yard line. That's all, though Zach Mitchell makes the stop for O.D. Wyatt.
Yeah, it's the don't want to, right?
Yeah.
And you hope it doesn't set in. These guys need to enjoy themselves because it's an honor to at least be in the playoffs.
Inside toss here, so it's a pass to Will Krzyzak. He's going to have a 1st down inside the 40. Leaps a man there to the 37-yard line. And that's another Argyle 1st down. I don't think, how many passes has Gasperson thrown tonight?
Well, I mean, that's considered one there.
Yeah.
But downfield, not very many.
3 of 5 passing now. Here's the split backs. out of the gun. It's handoff lane. Stewart always tried to bounce it outside. He's not going to go anywhere. There's Elijah El Amin, number 8. And nothing doing that time.
Yeah, Krzyzak looks like he's still bothered by. So when he had that first reverse over there to the far side of the field, they just kind of cut his legs out from underneath him. And it looks like he's still kind of dogged by it over on the sideline.
Ethan Fetters is out there at one of the receiver spot, number 14 for Argyle now. 6'1", 190-pound senior. Second down and 12 following that loss. It's going to be Jake Kreckler getting the call. He's running on the left side. He's got some room. Nice blocking up front by Hunter McFall and Tyler Roberts on that left side. A 6-yard gain to the 34-yard line. Zach Mitchell again on the stop for Chaparrals.
Argyle really hadn't had to throw the ball downfield much. This may be a play where they try.
Argyle 0 for 3 on third down. It's third down and about 6.5 here for the Eagles. Play action. Gasperson just going to throw it to Hunter McFall. Out in the flat. He leaps a man at the 25. Looking like a running back over there. He's going to have him a first down. The side judge goes down over there. And he gets up kind of limping a little bit. You hate to see that, but he's got to get out of the way, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't like seeing it, but
gain of 12.
The fans kind of enjoy it, sadly.
Handoff, Kreckler. He's going to try to bounce it outside. Breaks one tackle in the backfield, but he's not going to get very far after that. As he is brought down pretty quickly right about the line of scrimmage. Clayshawn Womack. Matter of fact, he's going to lose a yard. No, they give him a yard up to the 20-yard line. I don't know who's running the down marker over there, but they're all over the place.
Well, just know that they are Argyle fans.
Ball on the right hash, play action for Gasperson. He's just going to throw it deep, and he's out of bounds, so it doesn't matter. But he might have been pushed out back here around the 10. Let's go down to Clark down there. He was out of bounds at about the 10 and tried to come back in, did Will Krzyzak, and the ball then was still overthrown. But Clark, you say he might have been pushed out there at the 10?
Oh, absolutely. He was pushed out. Both of the officials on the sideline agree. He just didn't establish himself as an eligible receiver before the ball was in the air.
So third down and 9 following that one.
What are they arguing down there, Clark? Is that Coach Rogers arguing with the side judge?
Well, there you go. You might have heard it.
I did.
Oh, we heard it. Third down and 9. Gasperson looking to throw. He's looking to throw. He's going deep over the middle. He's got a man there with great coverage, but the catches. Nope, he didn't hang on to it. It was intended for Hunter McFall. Great coverage. There is a flag. There's also an injured O.D. Wyatt Chaparral. And
we're gonna get a PI anyway out of that.
Yeah, there's gonna be a pass interference. Ashton Larkin, though, looks to be the injured O.D. Wyatt Chaparral back at about the 5-yard line. Let's take us a rapid med timeout. 2:44 to play second quarter. Argyle leading O.D. Wyatt 21-0 on AEBC Broadcasting.
A trusted community staple for over 15 years, Rapid Med Urgent Care is more than just an urgent care. From well checks to minor emergency care, our goal is to keep you well or get you feeling better sooner. We also now offer Rapid Wellness, providing therapeutic IV infusions, injections, weight loss options, and allergy testing and treatment. Walk-ins are welcome, or visit rapidmed.com and book your visit today. Rapid Med Urgent Care, your hometown emergency care doctors with Texas-sized hearts and proud supporters of our Argyle Eagles.
Are you tired of looking at fogged or broken window panes around your home, or want to add just a touch of elegance to your bathroom? Maybe you just need to replace some glass shelving or tabletops? Well, then you need us at Glass and Mirror Specialists located right in Double Oak. Having served the entire DFW Metroplex for over 25 years, James Hodges and his experienced team can help you with all your glass and mirror needs. Call us at 972-679-1069 to schedule a consultation or visit our website at glassandmirrorspecialists.com.
Hey Argyle folks, get 100% employee pricing on a new Ford, Dodge, Jeep, or Nissan at Waxahachie Autoplex. Owners Wes and Lisa Spence are proud parents of Argyle state champion Blake Spence, now at Texas Tech. Wes doesn't play games with the sales staff. In fact, he'll deliver the car and sign the paperwork on your kitchen table. Tell Wes you heard about it from us. Great selection, service, and price. That's what Waxahachie Autoplex is all about.
Argyle into the Rustico red zone following that penalty. It's 1st and goal at the 5. Toss sweep to the right side. Jake Kreckler, somersault into the end zone. 3rd touchdown of the night for the senior, Jake Kreckler. All aboard. 6 more on the board for the Eagles.
He had a giant hole again, man. Those guys are really moving people around, and he just, he had some contact there at the end. I think he probably could have just sidestepped the guy and gotten in, but he wanted to lower his shoulder, and they kind of flipped him into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point by Anthony Ruvalcaba is good. A little smack talk going on between Colton Rockmore and Malik Franklin. Argyle holder.
Should be one-sided.
Yeah, but 2:39 to play here in the first half, and Argyle now leading OD Wyatt 28-0. And hey, Mitch,
yeah,
just tell us what's coming up on our 407 Barbecue halftime show.
So the 407 Barbecue halftime show, player spotlight with senior Devin Owen, Argyle ISD Eagle update with Laura.
Rick Herron's got it tonight, I think.
Rick Herron. Let me make that change. Rick Herron. All right, there we go.
Easier to say than Trubenbach.
The out-of-town scoreboard with who? Stephen
Bartolotta.
There you go. And stats and scores from first half. The Rapid Med keys to the second half also coming up.
2:39 to play with Argyle leading 28-0, and Argyle goes out there with their dual kickers. Man,
have we ever been able to see Christmas lights from up here? Is that a first?
That's a good question.
Oh!
This time it's going to be taken by Jaworski Lane. A short kickoff at the 29-yard line, and he'll return it this time, but then step out of bounds at the where are they going to mark him out? 40, right at the 40-yard line. So about 11-yard return there for Jaworski Lane. 1st and 10 for the OD Wyatt Chaparrals. And how about us a drive summary here from Mitchie Poo?
Yep, so 8 plays, just like the last drive. 8 plays, 50 yards, 2 minutes and 44 seconds off the clock. So nice little drive, 5-yard touchdown. Kreckler kind of becoming redundant, right?
OD Wyatt's got it. It's going to be DK Crawford. He's trying to bounce it outside, cuts it back inside. Nice job by John Hurt turning him back inside. Getting him off the bottom of the pile there for Argyle was 55, Tyson O'Neill. Only a 1-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, he started to cut back. Came wide, stopped, started to go back, and I think he looked up and he saw half of Argyle's D-line coming at him, so he was going to take whatever inch he could get if he just dove forward.
Grady Emerson and Malik Bracey are the corners now for Argyle. Thomas Irwin's also checked in at one of the safety spots. There is Irwin trying to make the tackle, but he gets past Irwin down the sideline and run out of bounds. Finally, there is Jeremiah Boone. And Boone's going to have a nice gain to the 48-yard line of Argyle. 10-yard gain. 11-yard gain, we'll call it, for Jeremiah Boone.
Yeah, so Coach Rogers already getting some other guys in.
It's the first down of the second quarter with 1:52 to play. It's 1st and 10 from the Argyle 49. It's going to be a keep this time by DK Crawford. Stiff arm by him, but he's not going to get a whole lot. He's run out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Bud Petter runs him out of bounds after only a 1-yard gain. He's 2nd down and 9. Let's see if there's any other new faces out there. No, Watson Bell still back there at safety. Devin Owen, Hudson E. Materio, Bud Petter, and Max Bland still the backers. And we talked about the boys up front as you got Tyson O'Neill, John Hurt, and Brendan Hickman, the 3-down linemen for Argyle. They're trying to run some clock here, I believe, is, oh, no, we had a flag. I didn't see that. Must have waved, whatever it was declined, whatever the penalty was. 2nd down and 9. It declined or waved off or something, but anyway.
Yeah, you would think Argyle would have taken that penalty, though, even though they got 1 yard, I would think. But
2nd down and 9. 2 receivers in tight, this time on the right side. Ball on the left hash. Oh, they dropped the snap, does DK Crawford. And he's just going to fall on it back at his own 47-yard line. You can credit Bud Petter with the tackle. And it's going to be a loss of 6 all the way back to the 47-yard line. Argyle takes a timeout here with 1:40 to play before the half. When you want Argyle Spirit Wear, go to the team with the biggest and best selection. Go to the OG in town. Connie Johnson and the crew at A-Town Apparel are the official spirit wear provider for Argyle Athletics. If you're a true Argyle fan, shop with A-Town Apparel, knowing your money is not only supporting local business, but also supporting Argyle ISD. If you can't find it at the game, talk to the A-Town gang or check online at atownaparel.com. 1:40 to play, second quarter. Argyle leading 28-0. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is where you listen to Argyle Eagle football.
Hey, this is Parker Mashinsky with the Houston Astros organization, and you are listening to the Argyle Eagles Booster Club broadcast radio.
Love me some Parker Mashinsky.
Saw his parents last night.
Did you? Yeah, that's right. You said you talked to him?
Yep.
You found out the inside scoop? Maybe.
There was no scoop. There was no scoop. He's doing great. He's looking forward to next year.
He's fun to watch. And
yeah.
If he was on many other teams besides the Astros, he'd probably be a regular major leaguer.
But that is
ERA
a great,
under 4.
Great rivalry, right?
Oh, it's fun, isn't it?
Yep.
Third down and 15 here for OD Wyatt from their own 47-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Play action. Hickman hits the quarterback as he throws, and the pass is incomplete. Jeremiah Boone, intended receiver, and Malik Bracey had a chance at the interception, can't hang on to it, and it falls incomplete, but it's going to be 4th down, and see what Coach Chris decides to do here.
Might as well go ahead and go for it, right? I mean, their punts have only been about 15, 20 yards anyway.
So 4th down and 15, they are going to go for it. Empty backfield. Lane in the gun, ball on the left hash. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Straight drop, looking right, looking right. Oh, he's hit as he tried to throw the football, and they are going to blow it incomplete. Brendan Hickman.
Yeah.
Credit Brendan Hickman with lighting him up. He doesn't get the sack because Jaworski Lane's arm was going forward, but it is an incomplete pass. It'll be Argyle football at the 47 with an opportunity to put some more points on the board with still 1.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Jaworski Lane is a tough kid, man. He's been the primary ball carrier, and he got blown up right there. It's got to hurt.
And just a sophomore.
Yeah.
Was playing all these same positions a season ago as a freshman, so he's going to have a long, illustrious career at OD Wyatt High School, especially on the baseball diamond, but even here on the football field. Best starting field position here for Argyle in this first half at the 47 of OD Wyatt. Gasperson, straight drop. He's going to throw down the middle. He's got a man open. It's underthrown and incomplete. Oh, if he leads him a little further there, he's got him wide open, but Will Hodson has to come back for it. And it ends up being knocked away there by Modupi Oyabami. I just wanted to say it.
You got it.
I don't know if it's correct or not. I really have no idea.
Boy, we did miss him. He was wide open right there, right? Another 2 yards on that pass, and it may have been in the end zone.
Carter Wilson comes off limping. Pretty gingerly over here on the sideline. But Hunter Bartram's in at center now, and Argyle doesn't miss a beat. Jake Kreckler running right down the sidelines. He's got a first down and more all the way inside the 30-yard line down to the 26. 21-yard gain, another pancake block for Leighton Firestone. We need to take him to Snooty Pig and buy him some pancakes.
Yeah.
142 yards rushing now for number 3, Jake Kreckler. Will Hodson now moves in tight on the left side with Hunter McFall. Now Ethan Fetters goes in motion. They're going to toss it inside to him, so that's a pass. He's got some room on the outside, trying to bounce it even further outside, but he's going to be wrapped up around the numbers out there on about the 16-yard line.
Well, Argyle has had that play every single time they've run it. You know it. They're just OD Wyatt just has no answer for it.
9-yard gain, 2nd down 1, handoff, running right this time. Oh, it hit in the backfield is Jake Kreckler. And Argyle's going to call a timeout. That is number 5, Clayshawn Womack again from his defensive tackle position. A loss of 4 back to the 20-yard line. And with 50 seconds left, Argyle calls their second timeout. with a 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, so they're going to probably take a shot to the end zone here, maybe. Then a running play to get the 1st down if they don't get the TD. Or maybe they're just going to run it here and then throw it.
You do have the wind here, so I guess you could kick a field goal if you wanted to.
And they probably want to, honestly, right? They probably want to just get a little playoff experience of kicking the ball. It seems like, and Clark, you can chime in on this, it seems like those extra points are just barely getting over the crossbar.
Yeah, usually we clear the bands, the grandstands for the band, but tonight we've been rating the tuba section all night. So
boy,
yeah.
Are they just trying just a little chip shot to get it through? I mean, they got the wind at their back when they're kicking towards the band. Why is it not going into the parking lot?
Well, these balls are all wet, so they're a little bit heavier. I imagine that the weather's playing a big role in that.
Could be. It's a good point.
Carter Wilson over here on the sideline looks like he just needs a little bit of a break. He's not walking near as gingerly on that ankle or whatever it was, so
he's keeping it loose.
But I don't mind a little Hunter Bartram action out there. 3rd down and 4. Big number 63 snapping the ball here to McGuire Gasperson as we're set after this timeout. 50 seconds to play here before the half. Lane Stewart goes in motion from right to left. Snap back to McGuire. He's looking. Great protection.
There
now
he is.
Leaves the pocket.
Ooh,
now throws toward the end zone. Incomplete, but there's a flag down. He was pushed out of bounds there. It was intended for Jake Kreckler coming out of the backfield. The coverage was Malik Franklin, number 10, and he just held him up at about the 5-yard line and wouldn't let him go any further.
Yeah, he had Will Hodson underneath all that and just a little crossing route that was going to get him down to probably the 5 or 10-yard line, but the PI there is going to move him half the distance.
We have pass interference on the defense. It'll be an automatic 1st down for Argyle.
What did he say?
Automatic 1st down.
Oh.
He said,
automatic touchdown for Argyle, is that what he said?
44 seconds before the half here.
Red zone.
Into the Rustico red zone is Argyle. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. A toss.
Go wide.
Out to Kreckler. Cuts it inside of Leighton Firestone at the 8. Into the end zone for the touchdown. 4th touchdown run of the night for the senior Jake Kreckler. All aboard. 6 more on the board for the Eagles.
Yeah, and I thought if he kept it just gone to the pylon, he was going to get there also, but he has probably better vision than I do, and he saw something, put his foot in the ground, headed straight upfield and all the way to the end zone.
Anthony Ruvalcaba on to attempt the PAT out of the hold. Colton Rockmore and the snap of Greg Moeller. Good snap, good hold. Ruvalcaba's extra point is good. 37 seconds to play before the half. Our new score, Argyle 35, OD Wyatt nothing on AEBC Broadcasting.
JB Warranties is a local family-owned business based out of Argyle, Texas. They work with thousands of contractors nationwide to offer part and labor warranties on heating and air conditioning equipment. Named to Inc. 5000's Best Places to Work list in 2018, 20, and 21, they're looking to add members to their team. If interested, please send a resume to hr@jbwarranties.com or call 855-742-5522. JB Warranties is a proud sponsor of Argyle Athletics.
This year, as our Argyle Eagles continue to build on their legacy of success, our Papa John's family is here to help you step up your pizza game. The North Lake Papa John's is your locally owned and operated pizza shop right here in your backyard. Step up your dinner plans this week with any of our specialty pizzas, papadillas, wings, and desserts. And this season, get 25% off your order when you use the coupon code ARGYLE24. It's the perfect way to celebrate an Argyle victory tonight. Enjoy the game and go Eagles! Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Kickoff. It's taken by Jaworski Lane.
Why do we kick it to him?
They will have it at the, well, maybe because he didn't really want to return it. Maybe
well, but I'm
some
thinking
reason we know that.
I'm thinking some of the other ones may not be as sure-handed as him, right?
So the 30-yard line is where they will have it 1st and 10 with 37 seconds to play before the half.
But first,
a drive summary, Mitchie Pooh.
That's it. Brought to us by Argyle United Methodist Church. I'll do it after this play.
After this play. We'll get it. First and 10, snaps back to Jaworski Lane. He's just going to throw it out to D.K. Crawford out the flat. Runs down the sideline. He runs out of bounds. That'll stop the clock, but only a 3-yard pickup to the 33-yard line. Okay, continue.
All right, let's go. 5 plays, 47 yards, 53 seconds off of the clock. Kreckler with his 4th TD of 8 yards. So in the game, Argyle's offense has 206 yards of rushing and 51 passing.
Jaworski Lane wants to throw. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. Throws a bullet complete at the 45-yard line. Where'd that come from? That's his fastball into Argyle territory at the 45-yard line, a 22-yard game. They stayed in bounds, though, so as soon as the changer set, that clock will start again. Devin Owen on the tackle for the Eagles. Biggest play of the night there for the Chaparrals. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Ball on the right hash. Clock running, 15 seconds. Lane rolling to his right again. Still rolling. Now he's going to throw it complete. That's going to be another first down and out of bounds at the 33-yard line, 32. Back-to-back first downs for the Chaparrals, but they only have 9 seconds left. Maybe they should have been a little bit more of a hurry.
Yeah, and that one bullet that Jaworski Lane threw, he threw it running full speed too. I mean, he took off because he had pressure and he was going fast, and he made a great throw downfield.
First and 10, ball at the Argyle 32-yard line. 3 receivers to the left this time. Goss in the backfield, goes from the right side to the left side of Lane. From the gun, snap back, rolling to his left is Lane. Looking to throw, he's under pressure, he's hit as he throws, it's incomplete. Justice Jones hammers him back at the 40-yard line. And it's incomplete, 4 seconds left on that incomplete pass, so they'll have time for one more play.
Man, he just takes a beating out there. It's just knowing that he's such a good baseball player, and that's really where his future is. You just hate to see him people just tee off on him. And he stands there and takes it, right? I mean, he doesn't even limp. He just gets up and goes.
Second down and 10 from the 32. See if they try to go to the end zone or maybe just run it here. Oh, movement. They were trying to get Argyle offside, and instead,
False start,
left tackle
number
moves.
75 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
It's Emmanuel Franco, the left tackle, as the pretty much the entire O.D. Wyatt team is halfway to the locker room. They all just started walking down that way. The ball's on the north end of the field, and they're all at the south end at like the 25. They just can't wait to get in the locker room, I guess. I don't know what's in there. Jaworski Lane rolling to his left. He's looking. He's past the line of scrimmage when he throws.
Wide open.
There's a man wide open in the end zone. He makes the catch. He was 3 yards past the line of scrimmage when he threw that football, and nobody saw it. That's terrible. That is awful officiating there. I'll just say that one. He was an easy 3 yards past the line of scrimmage when he threw that football, but it is a 37-yard touchdown pass for Jaworski Lane. I didn't even see who caught it down there. I was too busy.
I didn't either.
Complaining about the officiating, but wow, that's ridiculous. I mean, it's one thing if his foot, is right at the line or whatnot, but he was 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage when he threw that football. Extra point's going to be no good. It's going to be, it's picked up now by D.K. Crawford. Now he's rolling around looking. He's throwing toward the end zone. He's not going to get it to anyone.
Oh, and he got destroyed too. I mean, bad.
Extra point is no good, and destroying him back there is Brendan Hickman. No, that's for Argyle. That's 27. Ben Godfrey. And we will head to the locker room. It is halftime here at Eagle Stadium, and O.D. Wyatt able to get one on the board, and we'll go down to Clark now. He's got Coach Rogers.
Yes, sir. 35-0, over 200 yards on the ground in the first half. Did the weather decide your game plan?
Of course, you got to adjust, things like that but we knew we felt like we could run the ball, and our kids have executed that game plan well. The mist and rain makes it tacky for a little minute, then it gets, if it bounces on the carpet too much, it gets really wet. So we hadn't had any fumbles or turnovers up to this point, so we're just going to try to secure the ball the second half.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, that is Coach Rogers. I want to say thank you to 1845 Taste Texas, giving you a taste of what it'll be like at the Argyle locker room at the half. 1845 Taste Texas bringing you that Coach Rogers interview. Food as good as an Argyle victory located in Flower Mound. We are at the half of this bi-district playoff game between Argyle and the OD Wyatt Chaparrals. It's been mostly all Argyle, except right there at the very, very end, the Eagles lead 35-6 at the half. The 407 Barbecue Halftime Show on the way next on Argyle Eagle Booster Club Broadcasting.
CR Plumbing is a small family-owned business operated by Clayton and Hannah Robinson. Hannah grew up in Argyle, and no one knows these stomping grounds like she does. CR Plumbing prides ourselves on taking care of our customers, employees, and serving our community. We offer an array of plumbing services, including water filtration systems, leak detection and repairs, water heater tankless conversions, and platinum memberships. Visit our website for any plumbing needs at crplumbingdfw.com. We are CR Plumbing, your local plumber you can trust.
I want something light and modern.
But also cozy, with an open concept kitchen.
And a wine fridge.
How about an outdoor living space?
With a fireplace. And a spa bathroom for us.
And one for Charlie.
At Dries Custom Homes, we've been listening to our customers for 95 years to make sure every home is built on a foundation of you. Customize a floor plan or get into a new build right away. Get started at drieshomes.com. Dries Custom Homes. We like your style.
Well, outside of one play here at Eagle Stadium, it's been all Argyle as the Argyle Eagles lead the OD Wyatt Chaparrals at the half 35-6 here on a rainy, cool, chilly night here in Argyle for the bi-district round of playoffs as Argyle gets to host the playoff game because all 5A and 6A teams that either come in first or second place in district get to host their initial playoff games. So Argyle playing one final game here at Eagle Stadium in 2023, and things turning up well for Argyle in the first half, again, as they lead 35-6. We'll check out some of the scores going around the Metroplex and take a look at possible future opponents if Argyle can hold this lead, as we'll check in with Stephen Bartolotti here later on in the halftime show. But kicking things off here in the 407 Barbecue Halftime Show, we're going to get to our player spotlight as we caught up with senior safety and linebacker and running back. He's done it all this season and playing mostly safety tonight. It is senior safety Devin Owen in our player spotlight segment. Rapid Med Urgent Care brings us this week's players spotlight, and we are seated with senior linebacker now, Devin Owen.
Yes, sir. I actually just got moved to safety on Monday. So,
all right, because this year you've been running back, you've been safety, linebacker, so you've kind of been doing it all for this team. Sir. Well, how's school going?
It's going pretty good. We just wrapped up semester 1, so now we're going on to semester 2. And then I'm in the PAL program.
Yeah.
Yeah, so every, Tuesday through Thursday, we'll go out and I'll visit a kid at an elementary school. And then Friday, we'll, play with the special needs students. So
nice. Okay,
other than that, day's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Double out.
So, PALs, do you kind of come in with a game plan, okay, this is what we're going to do today, or you just kind of show up?
Most of the time, because there are some kids where, today, for instance, my kid kind of just, is a freelancer. So, we'll play soccer or we'll go play chutes and ladders. You know, it's kind of just depends on the day. And if they have work or something, we do that first. And then we'll go out and play a game or something. So, it kind of just depends on how the kid feels.
Do you have college plans right now?
Yes. I actually committed to playing for the Navy back in, I want to say, August. And so I'm going to go ahead and stick with that.
All right.
I'm going to major in a quantitative business. So it's basically just like business, but with more algebra.
Okay. It just seemed like fancy business or something.
Yeah, basically. It's just like a more in-depth business.
They're trying to spice it up, quantitative.
Yeah, because I want to major in kinesiology and education because I want to be a teacher and a coach.
Yeah.
But they didn't have it, so I was like, what's the closest thing that I can do towards it? And so I'm going to go ahead and pick that. But
nice.
The application process was long and tedious.
That sounds scary, yeah.
No, it's all right. I had to have a government official, county, Texas,
dang.
Yeah. It was essays.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It was all right, though.
Okay.
This took me a couple weeks. But
Well, you got in, so I guess it all worked out. Do you hate Brendan Hickman?
Do I hate Brendan Hickman? What
He's
is
going, going to Army.
Oh,
No
I was
one-
like, I was like, what?
No one likes Army, right?
No, he'll try. I'll be doing something. He'll be like, okay, Navy boy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
It's already started.
Yeah. Okay.
He was very diplomatic. He was very complimentary of you. So, yeah, you guys are all in the end fighting for the same thing,
I
right?
thought you were trying to start something. I was
No.
like, dude,
No,
what?
no. I don't want to
Does
do
he
that.
hate me?
Nope, don't put that on me.
No.
All right. So, I mean, I know a lot of kids kind of don't like being recruited because it's just you're inundated with emails and texts and calls. What was the process like for you? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but it was also very long and tedious for me as well because I was never like a really big prospect or anything. So at camps and stuff, like for TCU, for example, there were 96 schools that were supposed to be in attendance there. But whenever I went, there were only 4. So what I did for the 96 schools was I looked up every single coach, whether it's GA, like graduate assistant, I would follow them on Twitter. I'm talking about every D1, FBS, FCS program. So I follow like 2,200 people on Twitter.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I would do that, and if their DMs were open, I would DM them my highlight tape and like my stats and stuff, and like Coach Rogers' phone number, my phone number, Dad's phone number, emails, all that stuff. So I would do that just for like, no, it's gonna sound corny, but like literally hours upon hours.
No, yeah,
of just
I get
like literally every program in the country.
Yeah.
And if they responded to me, then we would text, and if they didn't, then I was like, it's all right. I mean, you don't really know who I am.
Yeah.
So,
Man, that's really cool.
yeah.
Do you have a play that you think about that sticks out to you? Because last year you made a ton of plays in the playoffs. I remember pick 6 either against Abilene Wiley or Grapevine. I can't remember which. Maybe Grapevine.
Yeah, Grapevine.
But
and then,
you know, you've made a lot of like pretty spectacular plays in your career. I remember you had pretty good 4th down stand against Frisco Memorial in the Star. And so I don't know, when I hear your name, like I think of a couple plays, but I'm curious about you.
Good plays. Yeah, I'm kind of just so focused, like in the play, like I don't necessarily remember. But if I had to like really look back and say like this was my best play, it would probably be I want to say against Paris. They did a buck sweep and two guards pulled, and I had like sifted in between them, and then I ended up getting like a TFO for like 4 yards.
Paris comes out here, and Jaden Scarlett is back in at nose guard for Argyle. Running left this time is Jateus Young, but Devin Owen, the sophomore linebacker, in the backfield to drop him. Second tackle for a loss tonight for Devin Owen, a loss of 4 to be second down and 14.
If you were to go off just like highlights, like it'd probably be like the Grapevine interception or like the South Oak Cliff interception. But like if you like no ball, like buck sweep, 2 big old guards, full steam, and he can maneuver in and out of them and make the tackle, I feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go there.
Yeah, that's why I asked this, because, you know, you talk to a lot of athletes and you're like, man, I remember that one 80-yard touchdown you had. That was so cool. But then they're like, yeah, but there was this other 6-yard gain where I made a lot of moves and I did a lot of, you know, it's different when you ask the athlete, what do you remember on the field? And so that's why I wanted to ask. I'll have to go back and see if we have that play from Paris. Yeah. That'd be really cool. This is Devin Owen on with us in the 407 Barbecue Halftime Show. And last year we asked, you know, I always like to ask, like, what are your guys' nicknames? Something cool that we could call you. And somebody said that you go by Vaughn.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, if you just take the DE off of Devin.
Oh, yeah. It's that simple.
But, yeah, whenever I was growing up, I would always play, like, select football and stuff, right? And over the announcements, and they still do it now, they always say Devon Owens. And so it happened in Azle my freshman year, like the one that I was just saying earlier. And so people were just like, Vaughn. And I was like, okay. So I moved here, and I was like, yeah, I mean, my name is Devin, but like y'all can call me Vaughn if y'all want. And it kind of just stuck like the same way it did out in Azle. So
interesting.
It's like, yeah.
Okay, I was very curious. Yeah, because we were calling you Vaughn Owen last year, and I was like, I don't. Because I was thinking like Vaughn, Vaughn. Yeah. And I had no idea, but okay, you just take the D and E off. Got it. So I've been doing this interview with a senior I think, for like 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting for this interview for 2 years to talk to you, because your sophomore year, a senior told me something about you that I've wanted to ask you for 2 years.
Okay.
Why do you always wear long sleeves?
I was actually just about to say that. I was like, he's going to ask me about the long sleeves. Well, I said it my sophomore year as well. I just sweat so much. So, like, if I ever, like, need to press and recover, like, get an interception, I need to, like, it's kind of contradicting because, like, sleeves, you think, like, it would, like, slip or whatever.
Right.
But, like, I sweat so much that I, like, kind of need to wear sleeves.
Okay.
Yeah. That's really the only reason that I kind of like the way it looks as well.
Yeah,
like
looks cool.
Forearm sleeves or long sleeves, or I don't really wear like baggy sleeves or anything. I think that's more like D lineman. I think that looks good on D lineman. But yeah, I really just sweat way too much.
Okay,
so
that's great. I heard it 2 years ago, and I think, man, when Devin Owens is senior, I got to ask him about it.
Yeah,
and here we are. That's awesome.
Actually that's crazy. I was literally like, he's gonna ask me about long sleeves.
That's awesome. What's your bit? I feel like everyone on the team kind of has something they're known for. I've gotten a lot of good answers this year. Just curious what yours is.
Yeah, I'd say mine is probably dancing.
Okay.
Dancing all the time. Whether I'm
and like during practice, like a song comes on, dance.
Yeah. Well, we do like almost like a song and a dance. It's like a rhythm that we do every time we walk out for defense during practice. So yeah.
Yeah.
Or like in between plays or something, we'll be dancing.
Okay.
So I think my goofiness has kind of rubbed off on some of the other people, whether that's good or bad.
What about
I think I know when I can dance and when I can't.
Okay, like after an interception.
I don't believe I'm allowed to.
Okay, but you would.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. Or after a tackle, I would. But
what about after a win?
Yeah, a little bit. Depends on like if it was like deserved or not. You know, like Emerson, like everybody was dancing after that. But like,
yeah, that was
if it was
huge.
like another team that, you know, like I don't think I would.
Okay.
Just out of respect for the game.
Sure, but maybe later in playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay. Make it to the state championship. You're gonna dance.
Yeah, I'll be dancing the whole time.
Okay.
I'll be dancing on a bus.
All right. One final question for you. I want to know what your favorite Coach Rogers saying is.
It's not really a saying. It's kind of just something he does. He uses a lot of extraordinary words.
Yeah.
You know, just like
I've noticed.
Words that like you wouldn't think would go in a sentence so simple, but it does. And he kind of repeats himself. Have you heard my Coach Rogers impression?
No.
Well, he talks like this, and it just is. It just is.
He does that all the time.
Yeah.
It's just funny because like whenever he says something like and he puts like emphasis on it, he's gonna repeat it.
Yep, I've noticed.
Yeah, it's just funny to me. That so for saying wise, probably just the befamed run to Home Depot, pick up some plywood or whatever, build a bridge and get over it. That one just always stuck with me. But
well, it's the third season. It's win or go home at this point. You guys are playing really well. I know 0-2 is like a little trying times, and you're moving offense, and there's a lot going on. But I think you guys are playing really well at a good time. And best of luck, and we're with you all the way.
I appreciate that.
That was senior safety Devin Owen with us in the Player Spotlight segment. Devin headed to Navy next year, going to play football and study some quantitative business, whatever that is, but he'll find out when he gets there. But thanks again to Devin Owen for his time. We're going to keep things rolling here in the halftime show. Let's get you to this week's Argyle ISD Eagle Update featuring Rick Herron.
Hi, this is Rick Herron, Director of Communications for Argyle ISD with this week's Eagle Update. Well, on Wednesday afternoon, we had a very special event here at Argyle High School. It was the Fall National Letter of Intent signing ceremony, and 5 Lady Eagles committed to their athletic futures. 4 of the signees were for volleyball, and 1 was for track and field. The signees included Catherine Holtman, who will be headed to Stephen F. Austin. Sydney Payne signed with Abilene Christian. Cameron Heiser signed with West Texas A&M, and Chloe Blue is headed to California Lutheran University. Now, Shay Feely, who was also a member of the volleyball team, is headed to Baylor on a track and field scholarship. Congratulations to these outstanding student athletes who were surrounded by family and friends on this special occasion, and we wish them all the best in their athletic futures. Well, next Monday, Argyle ISD will host a special event for the community as we recognize retired Superintendent Dr. Talina Wright. The district will host a naming and dedication of the Argyle ISD Administration Building located here in Canyon Falls. The special ceremony will be held Monday, November 13th at 5:30 p.m. Now, at that time, we will unveil the new name and cut the ribbon on this building, which opened in 2022. Last spring, Dr. Wright retired after serving 15 years as superintendent of AISD. Now, the community is invited to attend and celebrate this special dedication. It will be held outside of the building near the front entrance. All right, here's your chance for all those cornhole fans out there in Eagle Nation. The Argyle Education Foundation will be hosting a cornhole tournament this Sunday at 1:30 p.m. in Justin. Now, the cost is $75 per team for 2 players. Be sure to check out the Eagle Extra District newsletter for more information and a link to get registered. Okay, calling all Silver Eagles. Argyle ISD is excited to announce its newest community engagement program. If you're a resident of Argyle ISD age 60 and over, we'd love to have you join us as a District Silver Eagle. Now, we've got about 50 spots available for eligible community members who are ready to connect with our district leadership team, get the inside track on our educational programs, and learn more about volunteer opportunities. Now, Silver Eagle members will also receive a special membership card that allows free entry into all home athletic events to support our Eagle student athletes. Now, if you're interested in finding out more about the program, head on over to the Communications Department website at Argyle ISD, where you'll find out all the details and the online application link. Now, join our team as a Silver Eagle, because together we soar. Well, that's it for this week's Eagle Extra. Be sure to follow Argyle ISD on all social media platforms. And until next week, go Eagles!
Thank you, Rick. That is the Argyle ISD Eagle Update, and that's brought to you by Lori Jacobson and the Legacy Group. Let's keep things rolling here in the halftime show. We're going to check in with our own Stephen Bartolotta. Not a lot of playoff games going on tonight, but there's a couple, and one that I know Argyle fans are going to be interested in. It's going to tell us who Argyle's round 2 opponent would be if Argyle can hold this 35-6 lead here that they have over OD Wyatt at the half here at Eagle Stadium. But we've got our own Poppy. Stephen Bartolotta is standing by, and Stephen, not a lot of surprises tonight, is there?
It's by-district playoff action tonight, Blake, and there are some big blowouts occurring tonight. We'll begin with what is going to be Argyle's second-round opponent, Abilene Wiley hosting Andress from out in El Paso, and it is a rout tonight at Sandifer Stadium. Wiley leading at 48-0 at the half. They led 35-zip after the first quarter, and the Bulldogs are cruising in this one. Elsewhere, some potential third-round opponents to think about for Argyle. One of those could be Colleyville Heritage. They are the District 4-5A champions. They have won 8 straight games. They're 9-1 on the year, number 8 in the state of Texas. And they play the Denton Broncos, the last playoff qualifier from Argyle's district. They're 4-6 on the year, making their first playoff appearance since 2016. They will play Friday night. Also playing Friday night will be El Paso Shopping against Abilene Cooper. They are playing that one out in El Paso at Irvin Memorial Stadium. Potential round 4 opponents, that includes Emerson, a team that Argyle defeated earlier in the year in a very tight one. They're playing Grapevine tonight. They lead it 14-3. That game is in the second quarter. Cameron Lockhart, he's got 2 rushing touchdowns, and it's been all Emerson on the ground tonight. All 179 yards have been on the ground this evening as they lead it 14-3. Some games Friday to tell you about. Lake Dallas, 9-1 on the year. They'll take on Arlington Heights. Wichita Falls Ryder, they will face off with Burgess. That will also be on Friday evening. Some potential Region 2 champion for notable fifth-round opponents for Argyle. One of those could be Midlothian Heritage, the number 2 team in the state. They're playing tonight, and they're cruising over Wilson this evening. 28-9, the Jaguars lead it. They could be facing off in a big matchup in round 3 against South Oak Cliff. South Oak Cliff tonight, they're taking care of Everman this evening. The number 4 team leads it 9-0. That game is in the second quarter. Number 10, Melissa, after their first loss of the year to Lovejoy last week, they're taking on White House. That will be Friday night. And speaking of the Leopards, number 5, Lovejoy, After their 28-7 win over Melissa last week, they take on Pine Tree. That will be on Friday evening. Elsewhere, some other notable games this evening. First in Class 6A Division I, the Allen Eagles, 6-4, hosting the Louisville Fighting Farmers. When have you ever heard of an Allen season ending in the first round? Well, they're in a dogfight tonight. They lead it, though, 15-14 over Louisville. That game is in the second quarter. The winner will face off against Arlington Martin or Richardson Berkner, and the Warriors lead it 21-7 over the Rams. That game is in the second quarter. In Class 5A Division I, defending state champion Aledo. They begin their run for a state record 12th state title tonight by hosting Colleen Shoemaker, and they're off and running. They lead it 21-0, and that game is in the second quarter. And a couple of other games. Denton Schools tomorrow evening. Geyer, they'll face off with undefeated Coppell. 10-0 are the Cowboys. They will host the 7-3 Wildcats. That is tomorrow. And the Ryan Raiders, they will host Lake Belton, and that game will be tomorrow evening as well, Blake.
Thank you, Poppy. A couple interesting notes there as Emerson and Grapevine in a tight one. As Steven said, nothing but rushing yards from Emerson, which is surprising considering they are led by their quarterback, who's headed to OU and had a wonderful night here at Eagle Stadium. And it's looking like it's going to be Abilene Wiley in round 2 if Argyle can hang on to this 35-6 lead, which they have over OD Wyatt. And we'll get you some of the stats and sounds and see how we got here. As Argyle lost the toss, it was actually Wyatt that won it, deferred to the second half. Argyle takes the ball first, but runs into a 3-and-out. They got to punt the ball away on their first possession, but luckily so does Wyatt after 3 plays. So both teams exchanging 3-and-outs to begin the ball game. Argyle's second possession goes much better. They go 11 plays, 62 yards, and they're on the doorstep as Lane Stewart kicks the door in.
Left this time behind Lane. Second down and goal from the 3. 2 backs this time for Argyle. It's going to be a handoff. Running left this time behind Leighton Firestone and into the end zone for the Argyle touchdown. It's Lane Stewart. 3-yard touchdown run for the Argyle senior. Number 6, Lane Stewart. 6 on the board for the Eagles.
Lane getting some time at running back tonight, and his first carry goes for 3 yards and a touchdown. Argyle leads early 7-0. A 4-play drive on Wyatt's second possession also ends and a punt, as most of their possessions do. 4 times the Wyatt Chaparrals have to punt, and Argyle will take advantage on their 4th possession, as we've seen Jake Kreckler's speed a couple times this season. I don't know if he's ever run this fast, as this carry goes for 74 yards and a score.
Argyle 1st and 10. It's going to be Jake Kreckler. He's going to bounce it outside. He gets the corner of the numbers. He's down the sideline, midfield. He's off to the races. He's not going to be caught. 15, 10, 5, Argyle Eagle touchdown. A 74-yard touchdown run for the Argyle senior, Jake Kreckler. All aboard. 6 on the board for the Eagles.
Yeah, Kreckler making some chaparrals look like they're running in mud on that carry. Kreckler 74 yards to the house gives Argyle a 14-0 lead. That was interesting because from that carry, it was the Jake Kreckler show in the first half. An interesting stat here, Jake Kreckler's first 10 carries of the ball game only go for about 35 yards. Yeah, 10 carries for 36. His next 10 go for 114 in 4 touchdowns, including this one.
Second goal from the 1. It's Kreckler. And there is just a huge hole in the middle. Walk the dog behind Carter Wilson and Leighton Firestone. A 1-yard touchdown run for Kreckler. 6 more on the board for the Eagles.
So Kreckler's 4 touchdowns in the first half gives Argyle a 35-0 lead. With 37 seconds left in the first half, credit Wyatt with a nice drive. 5 plays, 70 yards. Dvorsky Lane Jr. showing off his arm, and they score as time expires. The PAT is no good, so that is your score at the half. The Argyle Eagles lead the Wyatt Chaparrals 35-6 here in the bi-district round of playoffs. Those are some of the sounds. Let's get to some of the stats. Beginning with team stats, Argyle 257 total yards in the first half, 206 on the ground, 206 rushing yards for Argyle in the first half, 51 through the air. Haven't had to do a lot of passing tonight, and the throws that they have done, a couple of those passes have been little jet sweeps behind the line of scrimmage that Argyle receivers have done well to make moves after the catch and gain some yards. So not a lot through the air tonight for the Eagles, but they do earn 13 first downs. They are about 50% conversion and really kept the ball moving there, especially on their last 4 drives, as their last 4 possessions ends in points, as they have a big lead at the half. Eagles hold the ball for 11 minutes. Wyatt holds it for about 13, as they just earn 7 first downs, 140 total yards, 93 through the air and 47 on the ground. That 93 number is interesting passing yards because before the last drive, they were stuck at 18, but they got 75 on that final drive to pad the stats there. Wyatt 0 for 6 on 3rd down, 0 for 2 on 4th. Penalties, all Wyatt, 6 penalties for 30 yards. Argyle did not commit a penalty in the first half. Those are your stats and sounds here inside the 407 Barbecue Halftime Show. As we're going to take one break here inside the halftime show, and here on the other side, Kenny and Mitch will get you caught up and get you set for the second half kickoff. This is Argyle Eagle football, and it's brought to you by the Argyle Eagles Booster Club.
Hey Eagles, this is Rebel
and Stacy Mickenheim.
Our family owns Charred Pool and Patio right here in Argyle.
As our town grows, our company continues to value community and hometown pride.
We want to know your name and hear about your kid.
Charred is a family-owned and operated pool company devoted to customer service and complete customer satisfaction.
We specialize in new pool design and pool renovation. Ready to get started on your backyard oasis?
Contact Charred Pool and Patio today.
407 Barbecue is a proud supporter of the Argyle Eagles. Named the very best barbecue in all of DFW several times over, 407 Barbecue offers an array of award-winning smoked meats, including mouth-watering brisket and ribs. No plate is complete without one of their world-famous sides and a bowl of Grandma's banana pudding. Family owned and operated by your neighbors right here in Argyle. See their menu and catering options online at 407bbq.com or see for yourself at I-35W exit 407. 407 Barbecue.
Welcome back to Eagle Stadium here in Argyle on the campus of Argyle Middle School. There'll be a new stadium down there at that high school at some point in time. As the Argyle Eagles come back out onto the field, getting ready for half number 2 here in this bi-district playoff round. It's been all Argyle in the first half, 35-6, alongside Mitch Cullen. I'm Kenny Arthur, Clark McNulty on the sideline, Blake Jones producing. As we look at the Rapid Med Urgent Care keys to victory for the second half, and I'm just going to say a little bit more of everything Argyle's been doing. Mitch, if you look at O.D. Wyatt and you look at these, you look through the lights and you see this rain, you have to be able to run the football. And O.D. Wyatt has had they had a little success throwing the ball there right at the end, but you're not going to be able to do that all night. You have to be able to run the football, and they haven't been able to in this first half.
Yeah, and I think they're probably going to want to throw the ball more the second half, right? I mean, that's where their success has been, but they just want to go sideline to sideline. You just can't do it. They underestimated Argyle's speed or Argyle's intensity or size or something, because they insist on doing that, and that is really not where they're going to have any success. So they need to make a couple of changes. We'll see what they do.
Defensively for Argyle, Hudson E. Materio leading the way, 4 tackles, a couple of tackles for loss, a sack. Max Bland has 5 tackles, a tackle for loss. Bud Petter, 3 tackles, a tackle for loss. Watson Bell has played well tonight, 3 tackles and 1 for loss, with Nathaniel Bruce out with the flu. So he's had to step in tonight. Devin Owen has played a great game as well. Our senior spotlight that you heard during the halftime show there. He's a couple tackles and 1 tackle for loss tonight. So defensively, Argyle been playing really, really well. Our Rapid Med Urgent Care keys to victory brought to you by Rapid Med Urgent Care, your hometown emergency care doctor with Texas-sized hearts. Rapid Med Urgent Care. As we get set for the kickoff here for the second half. If you remember, O.D. Wyatt won the toss. They elected to defer to the second half, and so they will have the football here in the third quarter. It's a short kickoff from Jackson Green. It's going to be fielded by D.K. Crawford, and he can't, goes right through his arms into the turf, and he just has to dive on it. Ben Godfrey was right there with him, and so let's set up that starting offense for the Wyatt Chaparrals. We'll see who comes out at quarterback. It's been Jaworski Lane most of the game, with DeMario Goss, the tailback. The receivers are Jaworski Lane Jr., Jeremiah Boone, and Jalen Stokes. Mikkel Davis is the tight end. The centers, Rakundo Lewi. The guards are Tyrese Garland and Nicholas Woodard, and the tackles are Braylon Bell and Emmanuel Franco. And it is going to be Jaworski Lane at quarterback with number 1, DeMario Goss, the tailback. Pistol formation right behind him. Ball on the left hash from the 29-yard line. It's Goss running right. on one of his big offensive linemen, and credit Max Bland with another tackle, the first one here of the second half, at about the 29-yard line. So a 4 or 5 yard pickup. Yeah, 5-yard pickup that time for DeMario Goss. Going to be 2nd down and 5. Let's see if we can check in with Clark after this play and get weather update. It's definitely cooled off some, and it looks like the rain's coming down a little bit harder. We'll talk to Clark after this 2nd down play here for the Chaparrals. I mentioned DK Crawford might be the quarterback. Well, now he and Jaworski Lane switch. You don't see that very often by any teams, do you? Jaworski Lane is now the slot receiver, and DK Crawford goes back to quarterback. 2nd down and 5. Ball on the right hash. They're moving from right to left, are the Chaparrals in this 3rd quarter. Snaps back to Crawford. He's going to run it right. He's going to get the corner. He's got plenty of room down the sideline. He's going to run out of bounds. Credit Devin Owen with the tackle, running him out of bounds at the 47-yard line. And that's an O.D. Wyatt first down. And Clark McNulty, how's the weather down there, sir?
Well, the wind has picked up just a little bit, as has the rain. We were kind of looking at the weather map over halftime, hoping it would stop, but no such luck.
Argyle defensively, Malik Bracey and Colton Rockmore are the corners. Watson Bell and Xavier Sanchez and Devin Owen are the safeties. And here is DK Crawford running right again. Nowhere to go this time. He's going to be brought down. Brendan Hickman and also Jack Teller combined to make the stop after a 1-yard gain. That's 2 of your down linemen here is Jack Teller and Brendan Hickman. Logan Gregory is the other one, and the backers are Bud Petter and Max Bland and Hudson Ematerio. Are the 3 linebackers for Argyle in this 3-3-5 defense. 2nd down and 9 for the Chaparrals from their own 47-yard line. Ball on the right hash. Crawford wants to throw. He's hit as he throws. It's going deep, and it's a jump ball, and Colton Rockmore has it first. But then we'll see what they say as the 2 players both kind of come down with it. It looked like Rockmore had control of it.
They don't have any idea whose ball it is.
Yeah, the 2 officials have no idea who they want to give the ball to.
It's called a jump ball.
Yeah, this is just like basketball. It's incomplete.
You kind of give it to the guy on the bottom,
Replay the
right?
down. Well, you give it to whoever had the ball first.
They're going to give it to them.
Yeah, they give it to O.D. Wyatt, and they're going off the acting like it was an interception or something. Y'all were on offense.
Back out here. Get back out there. Look.
Gain of 22 on a, I don't know, kind of a questionable call. Clark, you're down there. What'd you see?
Well, what I saw is Colton Rockmore intercept the ball and then get it taken away from him as they were face-to-face down at the bottom, and simultaneous possession will always go to the offense.
1st and 10 from the Argyle 31 following that 22-yard gain. Ball on the left hash. It's Crawford. Got it, running right. He's got, I don't know, a little bit. Oh, ball on the ground. And Argyle may have it anyway. And they do.
That's called karma right there, right?
I did not see who came out of the pile with the football, but it is Argyle football. On a fumble. Clark, any idea who? Clark, you got 1 job. Yeah. You got 10 jobs.
The interception we could have called from up here.
That's
okay?
right. I could have figured out the interception. I need you to figure out who gets up off the bottom of a big pile. 1st and 10. Ethan Fetter starts out at one of the receiver spots for Argyle. Will Hodson on the right side, split backs on either side of McGuire Gasperson. They're going to hand it off, and it is going to be Chase Bagley getting the handoff here to start the 3rd quarter. His first carry of the game. Seabags picks up 8 out to the 36. Argyle moving from left to right in this 1st quarter. McGuire Gasperson, the quarterback. We got 2 new running backs out there, split backs, Preston Slayton, and as I just mentioned, number 26, Chase Bagley. I mentioned the receivers, Ethan Fetters and Will Hodson. Braden Bach is in at the tight end spot. It's going to be Bagley running the football again. He's hammered. He gets a yard, maybe, and there is a flag down. And there is a flag down. Let's see what that is. Here's the Argyle starting offensive line.
We have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct by the O.D. White staff, 15 yards, automatic first down.
So not sure exactly what happened, but one of the coaches on the far sideline got an unsportsmanlike penalty.
And you know, it's not like something controversial was happening. I mean, what was he so
I'm not
upset
sure.
about?
Starting offensive line still out there for Argyle. It's Carter Wilson at center. It's Thor Johansson and Leighton Firestone at the guards, and Tyler Roberts and Weston Cheney as the tackles. 1st and 10, Argyle now in O.D. Wyatt territory at the 48-yard line. Gasperson's going to hand it to Bagley. Gets some nice blocking from his fellow running back Preston Slayton, but not a whole lot there. Only a yard to the 47-yard line. Amaj Mitchell, sophomore linebacker, makes the stop for the Chaparrals. 8:48 to play in this third quarter with Argyle leading 35-6.
And he did a pretty good job just to get to that 1 yard, that 1 yard gain that he got there, because they could have gotten him in the backfield. Just kind of slipped out a little bit to the left side and got that 1.
2nd down and 9. And it's going to be Slayton this time running left. Oh, spin move by Preston Slayton. He was hitting the backfield 5 yards deep, and he's able to get away from Xavier Walker and pick up 7 yards to the 41-yard line.
Boy, they had him dead to rights in the backfield too, didn't they?
And it's going to be a 3rd down and 4. Argyle remains with the split backs on either side of Gasperson. McGuire in the gun. Takes the snap, no flag. He thought he drew him off sides. He's going deep to Will Hodson, but it's underneath. He's got to come to the middle of the field. He makes the catch at the 10, the 5, dives for the end zone, touchdown. Will Hodson, 41-yard touchdown pass. McGuire Gasperson to Will Hodson. All aboard. 6 more on the board for the Eagles.
Yeah, and Will did a great job of redirecting to play the ball because it was thrown behind him, and the defender couldn't see it, and Will just kind of came back, caught it, and then raced into the end zone.
Anthony Ruvalcaba to attempt the PAT out of the hole to Colton Rockmore, and it is good. 7:52 to play in the third quarter. Our new score is Argyle 42, O.D. Wyatt 6. Touchdown pass to Will Hodson. And earlier in the year, Hodson wasn't getting a whole lot of action, and Coach Rogers said, we need to get that guy involved.
We need to get Will involved in the game. When we have games that Will's involved, the Argyle Eagles usually win. And, we want to take that into the workroom on Sunday, and when we start designing the game plan, it's how Will Hodson can contribute this week.
Tonight's third quarter made possible by the generous support of Rapid Med Urgent Care. Dave and Kathy Salisbury, the real estate station. Evergreen Lawn and Landscape. CR Plumbing. Eagle Realty. Susan Randall at Argyle Dental. BB Living Harvest. Thanks to Dr. Rexroad at Argyle Family Chiropractic. Rich McDowell at Synergy One Lending. Shelley Wiley and all the good folks over at the Argyle Fine Arts Preschool. Go Vision, Chris Curtis and Kevin Fashy and all the gang over there. Noble Classic Homes, Independent Financial, Alpha Women's Fitness, and our title sponsor this year, Brian McClarty and 407 Barbecue. Next time you see any of these sponsors, tell them thank you for supporting the Argyle Eagles Booster Club. As the ball falls off the tee here, as Jackson Green was set to kick it short, or will Beckham Kimbrell kick it deep? Dun-dun-dun, the suspense.
Boy, the rain's coming down now.
It is, isn't it? And it's going to be Kimbrell. He's going to kick it high and deep, and it's going to be taken back at about the 10-yard line by Jeremiah Boone. He had 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns, but he's not going to get past McCade Manning, who hits him hard and runs him out of bounds at the 26-yard line, and that's where O.D. Wyatt will set up shop. 1st and 10. How about a drive summary, Mitchie Pooh?
Yeah, let's do it. So 5 plays, 72 yards, 2:04 off the clock, and then the final touchdown of 41-yard TD pass in the end zone. Will Hodson. Oh, that was brought to us by Dave and Kathy Salisbury, the real estate station.
1st down and 10 here for the Chaparrals. Ball on the right hash, 2 receivers left, 1 right, pistol formation. It's going to be a handoff.
Good move.
Straight ahead. Let's see if that's DeMario Goss. That's exactly who it is running the football, but can't get past Tyson O'Neill, who gets him off the bottom of the pile after only a 1-yard gain. And McCade Manning, who made that stop on the kickoff, checks in at linebacker to give Bud Petter a rest. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 here for the Chaparrals.
So my kids used to tell me games like this, if they're the move-ups or the ones that are, they don't play that much, it's really difficult because all of a sudden you've been standing on the sideline freezing, and then they say, get in. And you got to hurry to get in there and get warm, and your hands feel like stones.
2nd down 9 for O.D. Wyatt. Play action, and a quick pass is intercepted. Tipped by Max Bland, intercepted by Hudson Immaterio, and he's going to take it back to the 20-yard line. Great job by Max Bland just getting his hands up as D.K. Crawford was trying to throw a bullet across the middle. And Bland just sticks his hand up, knocks it up in the air. Hudson Material right there for the birthday present, even though it's not his birthday. We'll call it an early Christmas present.
Yep.
And Argyle first down at the O.D. Wyatt 21-yard line.
Looked like he tried to do one of those little sidearm throws or something right there. And, you know, that's one thing. They see these guys on TV do it, like Mahomes and everybody. And so everybody wants to do it. And he tried it, and that wasn't the spot to do it because he was kind of throwing over the top into the middle of the field. And it was Max just put his hands up and tipped it. And Hudson saw it, grabbed it, took off.
Got some new offensive linemen out there for Argyle. We'll get those names for you here in just a second. First and 10 from the 21, and it's going to be a new quarterback, Jarrett Wagner. Oh, incomplete. Throws one out in the flat for Braden Bach. Probably wouldn't have had a whole lot anyway. Good coverage there by Cameron Parker, the senior defensive back for O.D. Wyatt. Jake Harchin is checked in as the left tackle. Leighton Firestone still at left guard. Hunter Bartram is in at the center spot. Thor Johansson still in at right guard, and number 59, Micah Gassaway, the 270-pound junior, is the right tackle now for your Argyle Eagles. Second and 10 from the 21.
I thought they may call Wagner down because he fielded that ball with his knee down, but I guess they said it wasn't on the ground.
Handoff, Preston Slayton running left. He finds a little bit of running room on that left side. Over near the numbers where he is brought down about the 16-yard line. We'll call it a 4-yard gain. Nice blocking out front there by Gassaway, pulling around from his right tackle spot. Ball on the left hash, 3rd down and 6. Split backs. It's Bagley and Slayton on either side of Jarrett Wagner, who's the quarterback, the 6', 165-pound junior. Thrown for 52% on the season, 256 yards and 5 touchdowns. Going to hand it off to Chase Bagley. Finds a hole in the middle. Had to dance around a little bit. Ball's on the turf, but they're saying he was down.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I hope they call him down. He's going to have a first down, a 10-yard pickup for Seabags, number 26. And that is a first and goal for the Eagles at the 7-yard line, leading 42-6.
Looks like another Rustico red zone.
Thanks, Mitch. As the players on the sideline here hold up the signs.
There it is.
There's a Rustico sign.
Everybody would rather be at Rustico right now.
First down and 10. It's Preston Slayton. He's trying to get around the corner on the short side of the field, and he's just going to be run out of bounds by Joseph Bracey, number 9. And they're going to mark him down at the 8-yard line. Might have lost a yard there. Matter of fact, they'll mark him at the 9. Lost a couple of yards. It'll be second down and goal from the 9. Clock stops with 5:39 to play in this third quarter. Argyle will take on Abilene Wiley, unless they are some sort of crazy miracle out there, as we're leading El Paso Andress 55-0 in the third quarter. That's who the winner of this game will have next.
Where was that game? Do we know?
Chase Bagley gets the handoff. I think it was a home game for Wiley, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to lose a yard again here. As Bagley back to the 10. It's going to be 3rd down and goal. Yeah, they started that a few years ago where the first and second place teams in the district get to host a by-district game if they choose. I think that's only for 5A and 6A because Argyle did that a few times in 4A but didn't really get the.
We did last year.
We were 5A last year.
That's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. 3rd and goal from the 10. Wagner gets a low snap, and he's going to throw it out to Braden Bach, who cannot get away. Was hoping to get a block out there from Chris Munster.
Field goal.
But a nice job breaking that, getting away from that block by Malik Franklin and making that tackle. Xavier Walker. And it's going to be 4th down. Argyle field goal team will come out. Anthony Ruvalcaba, number 38.
About, 15 yards further and an extra point?
It's going to be a 26-yard field goal out of the hold of Colton Rockmore. Number 4 in the junior, Anthony Ruvalcaba. Kick is on its way. It's got plenty of leg.
Yeah.
And it is good. 4:25 to play in the third quarter. Our new score is Argyle 45, O.D. Wyatt 6. We're back after this message from our friends at the real estate station.
The Real Estate Station, owned by longtime Argyle residents Dave and Kathy Salisbury, has been around since 1986 and was the first real estate office to be established in Argyle. The Real Estate Station provides full office support, in-house marketing, and an experienced sales team consisting of agents who live in and know the Argyle area. Whether you are buying, selling, or leasing, they are ready to serve you. Supporting Argyle ISD for over 15 years, they are proud to be a district-level Eagle partner again this year. And they were chosen to be Argyle ISD's real estate advisors. The Real Estate Station, they are your hometown real estate experts.
A trusted community staple for over 15 years, Rapid Med Urgent Care is more than just an urgent care. From well checks to minor emergency care, our goal is to keep you well or get you feeling better sooner. We also now offer Rapid Wellness, providing therapeutic IV infusions, injections, weight loss options, and allergy testing and treatment. Walk-ins are welcome, or visit rapidmed.com and book your visit today. Rapid Med Urgent Care, your hometown emergency care doctors with Texas-sized hearts and proud supporters of our Argyle Eagles.
D'Artagnan Crawford returns, gets the ball at the 30. He's out to about the 34-yard line. Thomas Irwin, one of those in on the stop for Argyle, and it'll be 1st and 10 for O.D. Wyatt from their own 34-yard line with 4:20 to play. And how about a drive summary, Mitchy Poo?
Let's do it. Just brought to us by Ty and Jennifer Holmeyer of the Design House. 7 plays, 12 yards. Just couldn't capitalize on the turnover, right? Really thought there was going to be a touchdown in that because they had great field position, but 7 plays, 12 yards, 2:31 off the clock, culminating in a 26-yard field goal.
And movement here on first down.
I do think it's a good thing to kick that field goal, though, right?
I think so.
False start.
Because, heck, later on in the
White, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
In the playoffs, the field goal may be the difference in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
And not everybody can kick them. The other teams, we've said this a million times about the 3 phases of football, and Argyle can do all 3, and most teams cannot. And the better you get at it, Argyle-wise, the better off you are.
8th penalty of the night there for O.D. Wyatt. We got some new faces out there on defense. We'll get you some names here in just a moment. Here's a counter play. Breaks a tackle in the backfield. Does Goss. Nope, I think that's Ashton Larkett that's back in the game. Thomas Irwin comes up and makes the stop. Justice Jones. Nope, that's not him. That is another runner. That is 24, Jalen Stokes running the football. No gain for Jalen Stokes. It's going to be 2nd down and 15. We've got number 34, Bentley Matisse, back there at safety, the sophomore. Also back there still Xavier Sanchez and Thomas Irwin. Colton Rockamore back in at cornerback, as well as Malik Bracey still in there. McCade Manning is still at the linebacker spot with Justice Jones. Some new down linemen. Get those names for you here real quick in just a moment. 2nd down, 15. Snap back. Oh, it's on the ground. Jaworski Lane, though, is going to pick it up. Now he's just going to roll to his right, and he's going to throw. He's got a man wide open. That's Crawford in front of Xavier Sanchez, and he's going to step out of bounds. But a 22-yard gain. And somebody slow getting up here in the backfield for O.D. Wyatt. That's number 65, Rakundo Louie.
Good for him, man. He's playing through it. Look at him.
Yeah.
Had his fellow big man helping him up.
For
like to see that.
Argyle up front, Tanner Kane has checked in, as well as Xavier Trotter. And who else is out there on the defense? That's still Tyson O'Neill. Yeah, 55. And Ben Godfrey is out at one of the linebacker spots as well. 1st down and 10 in Argyle territory at the 49-yard line. And it's going to be Jalen Stokes getting the carry again. He drags a couple of tacklers to the 45-yard line. I don't know what's Jeremiah Boone doing over here, number 4.
Not much.
He's motioning like first. He didn't even move on that play, but he's sitting there pointing like it's a first down or something. It was a gain of 4 to the 45-yard line.
Well, unless somebody signals something to him, how does he even know what the play is?
2nd down and 6 for the Chaparrals. Ball on the right hash, 2 receivers left. One lined up as an H-back on the right side. Snap back to Jaworski Lane. He's got a little bit of room on the right side, and then he's going to be stood up tall by Tyson O'Neill, number 55 for Argyle. Yeah, it's Tyson's 4th tackle tonight. He's played a good game.
Yeah, pretty active.
Pickup of only a couple to the 43-yard line. Going to leave 3rd down and 4 for the Chaparrals.
Yeah, they're just pounding the ball. I guess they're going into the wind, right? So they don't really have much of a chance to throw the ball. And really, Jaworski Lane's the only one that can really throw it, and he's taking the snap right here, isn't he? Or is he? Is he the up back? I can't tell.
Yeah, he's the quarterback that took the snap.
So maybe throwing.
From the gun, snap is on the ground, but Argyle's offside, so it's a free play. Lane is just going to run to the right. He's being chased down by Ben Godfrey, and they won't get much of a free play. And think you just throw that away, but the problem is there were no receivers. Oh, there's one down there. Okay, so somebody was running out for a pass.
Well, but the Argyle secondary pulled off when they saw
We have
it.
offsides on Argyle, 5-yard penalty. The result of the penalty is a first down.
That is the first penalty of the night for Argyle it's going to be to the 38-yard line. I guess if we're going to have Clark down there in the rain, we got to go talk to him. And, hey, Clark, there's been some discipline tonight. No penalty. That's the first penalty on Argyle.
Yeah, and that was a tough call right there. He got up there and his foot slipped. The turf is pretty wet, but he just couldn't stop in time.
That was McCade Manning, I think. He was on a blitz and couldn't stop before the ball was snapped.
Just a hustle play, right?
Snap back to Lane. Handoff to Goss, and he is hitting the backfield, but he's
no.
able to get away. Goes to the other side of the field, and he's got some running room. Malik Braceley runs him out of bounds, but be a 3-yard gain to the 35-yard line. Xavier Trotter had him in the backfield, and that might be just a case of, had a hold of his britches and they were wet. Slid right off of them.
Yeah, he ended up running about 40 yards to get 3.
So it'll be second down and 7. Clock running. They might not snap it again here. We'll see. Clock down to 15 seconds as we're trying to get through the third quarter. And they're taking their time. They're in no hurry whatsoever as O.D. Wyatt as they get down over the ball. 3, 2, and no, they are not going to snap it, and that's going to do it for the third quarter here in the bi-district round of the playoffs. Through quarter number 3 here at Eagle Stadium, our score after 3, Argyle 45, O.D. Wyatt 6. Fourth quarter on the way next on Argyle Eagle Booster Club Broadcasting.
What's the secret to scoring big in the real estate game? Put the ball in the hands of the winning realtor in Argyle, Lorena Moore with Monument Realty. Lorena knows all of the plays to find the perfect match for you, whether you're buying or selling. Real estate is about connections, and there's no better quarterback in Argyle than Lorena Moore. Find her at dfwmorehomes.com or look for her QR code around Eagle Stadium. Don't get stuck on the sidelines. Go with Lorena Moore with Monument Realty.
Howdy folks, Marty B here, inviting you to come to each of our 4 amazing restaurants. At Marty B's, join us for an outstanding atmosphere of family, food, fun, and entertainment. Or join us at Rustico Wood-Fired Grill and Wine Bar for an intimate date night in a rustic, elegant setting. Looking for a taste of upscale Texas? Join us at 1845, where it's designed like Dallas, but tastes like Fort Worth. Come experience amazing at all of our fine restaurants. And new this summer, put a pep in your two-step at Marty B's Coffee Co., right next to Marty B's restaurant. Look forward to seeing you there.
Second down 7 as we begin quarter number 4 here at Eagle Stadium. As O.D. Wyatt has the ball at the Argyle 35-yard line.
They just ran the clock out because they wanted the wind behind them to throw here.
Michael Neville's checked in at one of the cornerback spots for Argyle. They're going to go deep on the left side, and that ball is going to be incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Sager Zamzo on the coverage.
I think he ran backwards for the last 15 yards of that pass play. He'd already turned around looking for the ball.
And so good coverage there by Sager Zamzow. We've also got Grayson Peschel checked in at one of the linebacker spots for Argyle. Justice Jones stays out there, as does Xavier Sanchez. Third down and 7 for O.D. Wyatt. From the gun, snap back to Jaworski Lane. He's under some pressure from Justice Jones, steps up in the pocket. Jones giving chase, running left, 35, 30, cuts inside. And he's able to get past the first down marker, maybe, depending on the spot at about the 28-yard line. It might be just enough for a first down for.
Wow, 2 yards short?
Now, I'm telling you that don't trust the guy that's running the down marker.
He's got fourth down. Wait, and now a couple of inches.
I heard our Andy the Ace Smith on the PA say 3rd and 2. So it's 4th and about a half yard here for O.D. Wyatt. Ball on the left hash. Thinking I just keep it myself if I'm Jaworski Lane.
You think?
Ball at the Argyle. We've got a timeout, I believe, and it's a timeout for O.D. Wyatt. 10-11 to play in the ball game. 45-6 Argyle leads. Back with more Argyle Eagle football in just a moment. Updating your home is too important to do alone. The Design House of Denton has designers and experts on staff who want to help. Whether it's simply new flooring or having an entire wing of your home remodeled, the Design House has a full spectrum of services for any size idea you have. They care about you and your home both during and after your project. My wife and I know this from personal experience. Now it's time to see for yourself. Go see the friendly staff at their gorgeous showroom located just outside Golden Triangle Mall at 2303 Colorado Boulevard. The Design House of Denton, locally owned and proud members of Argyle Eagle Nation.
Park Place is proud to support Argyle High School and all you Eagles fans out there. You deserve to feel like a winner, whether you're cheering on your favorite team or shopping for your new favorite car. And at Park Place Lexus Grapevine and Land Rover DFW, you'll enjoy a fully customized luxury dealership experience that'll make you feel like the MVP. So head over to your nearest Park Place dealership or visit parkplace.com and see what makes them the experts in excellence.
4th down and 1 for O.D. Wyatt, and there's an offside call on Argyle.
Okay, I didn't see that. I thought Argyle shifted.
They did. They shifted, and I guess they're saying that's what caused. Clark, what did you see down there? It looked to me like Argyle just moved from left to right.
I saw Justice Jones switch from heads up to the gap, and they jumped. He never went into the neutral zone.
So
you're doing the gritty.
Yeah, he's been doing it the whole half. So that line judge is on the other side now, and he's the one that threw the flag, and the line judge on this side just kind of shrugged his shoulders like, I have no idea.
Jaworski Lane's going to keep it himself, hurdles a man at the 22-yard line. He's going to have close to another first down. He's hit really hard, though, as he's run out of bounds. Tackle made by, let's see, who knocked him out of bounds there? I believe it was Argyle's number 46, which is Michael Neville. Be 2nd down and 1 after that 9-yard pickup there for Jaworski Lane. Just been a gross, damp, wet night at Argyle. Not a heavy rain at any time, but it just has not stopped. Just a steady drizzle all night long.
And it's picked up this half.
2nd down and a yard, play 9 of this drive for O.D. Wyatt. Lane just going to keep it himself again, going left. He'll try to turn the corner. He gets a first down.
Yeah,
he's going to be hit hard again. He's run out of bounds. First man there was Sager Zamzow. But that's going to be another O.D. Wyatt first down. This drive started back with 4:24 left in the 3rd quarter. Now there's 8:44 left to play here in the ball game, and it's a 1st and goal just inside the 10 for the O.D. Wyatt Chaparrals.
Yeah, they're really in no hurry. I think they just want a touchdown. They'd like to use up the whole quarter probably just to get it.
Lane from the gun. Snap back to him. Going to be a handoff, this time to Demario Goss. He finds some room straight ahead and gets inside the 5. It's like Thomas Irwin makes the stop after a 5-yard pickup to the 5-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, they're just taking their time. They're in no hurry.
8:01 to play, clock running. Now 2 backs in the backfield, I think, for the first time all night for O.D. Wyatt. Actually 3, full house backfield for Wyatt. And Jaworski Lane up under center. He's going to hand it off. And it is going to be Clayshawn Womack, who's a defensive lineman. And nice job running him, flushing him out of there was number 47 was the first one out there. That was Sager Zamzow. And then he's run out of bounds by Bentley Matisse at the 4-yard line. Pickup of only a yard. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
And it looked like at first he had it from here.
Yeah.
Looked like he had the pylon, but Argyle did a great job of closing down on him and limited him just to a couple of yards.
Third and goal from the 4. Handoff, ball's on the ground, but I think he fell on it, did Demario Goss. Back to the 6-yard line as he couldn't hang on to the football, and now it's going to be 4th down and goal for O.D. Wyatt. And now the Argyle defense getting fired up They want to stop them here on the 6-yard line.
Yeah, and so the starters on the sideline over here are yelling at the guys out there, don't give up a touchdown. Don't give up a touchdown here.
They've been holding pretty tight since O.D. Wyatt moved into the Rustico red zone.
So I'm going to roll Jaworski Lane this way with a little RPO.
Is he going to go back under center, though?
He's only got 3 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do anything. They're going to call a timeout. What they're going to do. So 6:17 to play here in the ball game with Argyle leading 45-6. O.D. Wyatt takes a timeout. Attention football fanatics, don't miss out on the opportunity to be a part of Texas football history where dreams are realized, legends are born, and where unforgettable moments unfold before your very eyes. Mark your calendars for the UIL State Football Championships December 13th through the 16th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where the best teams from 6-man to 6A leave it all on the field in the hopes of being named champion. For the latest updates and ticket information, head over to uiltexas.org/football. Again, that's uiltexas.org/football. Tonight's fourth quarter made possible by the generous support of our friends over at Rustico Grill in 1845 Taste, Texas. Lori Jacobson with the Legacy Group. 308 Construction, Jill and Josh Pizzuto at North Lake Papa John's. Type in Argyle 24 and get 25% off over there. Charred Pool and Patio, Fifth Gear Automotive. Sherry Brunson at Cinch Cleaners. Brent Bowen, attorney at law. Kim Redding with Magnolia Realty. Me and all the awesome folks over at Chick-fil-A on 407. They got an amazing staff over there. Certainly couldn't do it without them. 4th and goal here from the 5. Snap back to Lane. He's rolling to his right. He's rolling. He's looking back in the end zone. What an amazing one-handed catch. Oh, he hung on to it. What a great catch by Jeremiah Boone in the back of the end zone. Number 4, the 5'10", 160-pound senior with an amazing one-handed catch for the O.D. Wyatt touchdown.
And that was an incredible catch, but and Clark, I'd like to hear from you. It looked kind of like a Canadian football play with the receiver coming in motion. It looked like he'd already turned up field before they even snapped the ball.
Well, but if you look at the scoreboard, I mean, the rest are keeping the flag in their pocket for the most part this half.
Also, by the way, our fourth quarter brought to you by Cliff Collins at Argyle Rehab Chiropractic, the Sonny Darden Group, JLBB Company, NWC General Construction, and the sponsor of our postgame show, Park Place Lexus and Land Rover of Grapevine. They're going for 2. And Crawford's going to roll to his left, was looking to throw. Nobody there, runs into a wall, but then goes all the way to the other side of the field and high steps into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 5:07 to play in the ball game. Our score now is Argyle 45, O.D. Wyatt 14 on Argyle Eagle Booster Club Broadcasting.
They're celebrating like they just won the Super Bowl.
Buying or selling a home is likely your greatest investment. Lori Jacobson and the Legacy Group believe in making the process easy and simple for your family. Whether you're moving into your forever home in Argyle, need help remodeling or staging, or are a first-time buyer, Lori's dedicated to making sure all of her clients walk away from the transaction satisfied. She has a saying that you walk in as a client, but you leave as a friend. So it's no secret why she's been named Best Real Estate Agent by D Magazine yet again. Lori Jacobson encourages all the Argyle Eagles to leave a legacy both on and off the field. Go Eagles.
Hello, fellow Eagles fans. This is Pastor Jen at Argyle United Methodist Church. If you're looking for a church family, I want to invite you to join us for church on Sunday at 9 a.m. for our traditional service or at 11 a.m. for our modern service. We also have small groups for the entire family, all ages, at 10 a.m. We'd love to see you there.
Boulevard North. Dr. Randall's been practicing in Argyle for over 20 years. Expect the comfort you deserve and care you can trust at Argyle Dental Associates. Get more info at SusanRandallDDS.com. They were trying an onside kick, but
I don't even think they blew it started. They just ran up and kicked it.
Yeah, I don't think the whistle had ever blown to start the play clock.
You know, there's nothing like being down by 31 points and high stepping into the end zone.
Yeah, right.
For 2.
Hey, you know what? let him have fun, right?
Yeah.
You know, you always talk about that, having 3 boys that went through here and played, and at one point in time, they all had to play their last game. And let's see, who is that? That was D'Artagnan Crawford. Yep, he's a senior. This is his last game.
Yeah, somebody got blown up for Argyle right there.
And they're probably going to try the same thing here on this,
I'm sure,
kickoff, and now Argyle is going to call a timeout. They're not sure exactly what to do, and obviously one of the Argyle coaches in the booth right next to us is not. Well, now there's a flag. How can you throw a flag if there was a timeout?
Well, we got some coaches
that's
really
the tee.
upset.
I guess maybe there's some trash talking going on out there or
Oh,
something.
you know it.
Well, I knew that, but maybe a little bit more than usual right now. There's some guys being pulled out and some guys being put back on. It looks like Grant Romero coming in now. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but all right, let's see. I don't know what's going on exactly. We got time clock issues. We got.
How about a drive summary?
How about a drive summary, Mitchy Poo?
This is the
Put us at ease.
Craziest one ever. This was brought to us by Evergreen Lawn and Landscape. 13 plays, 66 yards, 12:02 time of possession.
Wow.
So that's like a minute a play.
Wow. It's kind of long and drawn out, wasn't it?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Do they have 3 onside kick plays?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if Argyle called a timeout, didn't call a timeout. The ball's not even out on the field now.
Oh, they put a ton of time back on the clock.
Yeah, they put 30 seconds or so back on the clock, which I'm not sure where that came from.
It was 4:22.
Well, it was 4:0. I mean, but it was 5:05 after the 2-point conversion. So I'm not sure if there was supposed to be a running clock or. Nevertheless, we're ready for a kickoff. And they're lined up more normal this time for this kickoff. And it's a low bouncing kick that's going to be fielded. Oh, and dropped. Argyle, though, does get on it back at their 26-yard line. So that's where they'll have it 1st and 10 here. And the offense will come out on the field, and we'll have some new faces out there. I see Kirk Rudolph getting ready to come out there, as well as Aiden Fletcher. One of their wide receiver spots. We'll get all those for you here in just a moment. In case grandma or aunt and uncle's listening, they all want to know that who's playing.
Yeah.
In the rain.
Yeah, you know they got the call. Hey, I got moved up. You need to listen.
Keegan Lawson is checked in at left guard. Grant Romero, one of the receiver spots. Jackson Green at the other receiver spot. Still Jarrett Wagner at quarterback. Snaps back to him, and it's going to be Chase Bagley running right behind Hunter Bartram. And Gassaway, and not a whole lot there. Braden Bach is still in there at tight end.
Okay, there's no way his knee was not down when he fielded that snap.
I agree with you on that one.
And that's been every one of them so far. I don't think he's had a clean snap yet.
Yeah, a few Bartram snaps have been down a little low, but they're not so. They're down around the knee is where Wagner catches them, but he goes down a little lower to catch it.
Yep. Baseball player, maybe.
Right. Argyle is going to run some clock here. Play clock's down to 10. 2nd down and 10. Ball at their own 26-yard line.
They got to hurry.
Yeah, play clock down to 2 now. And it's just off in time. It's going to be Bagley running straight ahead. He's got some running room.
Yeah, nice.
Kirk Rudolph leading the way up front, as well as Hunter Bartram out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Jake Hartgen also leading the way out there, the left guard, left tackle. Gain of 5. And Brooks Bryan is checking in the slot receiver spot.
Yeah, I got a feeling that the referees are not going to let him go a second beyond the play clock like they did on the last one.
We still got 15 seconds.
Yep.
Argyle gets to the line of scrimmage here. Clock running, 3:13, 3rd down and 5. Snap it a little low again. Wagner's going to throw to the right side. The ball is complete. Aiden Fletcher comes back to make the catch at the 49-yard line. Nice job there. Jarrett Wagner just kind of threw it up. I guess he just trusted that Aiden Fletcher, his 5'10", 150-pound junior wide receiver, would go get it, and that's exactly what he does, and it's an Argyle 1st down.
Yeah, and he also knew that he had a free play right there with the offsides.
18-yard gain to the 49-yard line. Play clock down to 15 now. Clock running 2:52. Park Place postgame show on the way next. It is raining, so we don't know how long Coach Rogers and the team will stick around. If they do, we'll catch up with Coach Rogers and our players of the game. Handoff Bagley. Ooh,
oh, great
sidesteps a man in the backfield and able to get a couple of yards to the 49-yard line of O.D. Wyatt. Brooks Bryan checks back in for Jackson Green. Be 2nd down and 8. And also coming in now is, that is a number that I do not have on the roster. And I even have the new roster. I have the move-up roster. I do not have a number 18.
The Chick-fil-A
Clark.
move
Coming
up
in,
roster.
Clark. Clark, just slide on over there to someone and say, who's number? Julian Caldwell. How did I miss that? He's a freshman. I didn't see that on mine. Maybe I just didn't pay enough attention.
Wait, what? They call timeout. O.D. Wyatt.
And there's a timeout by O.D. Wyatt. We'll take it as well. 1:56 to play in the game with Argyle leading 45-14. Back with Eagle football in just a moment.
This is Billy Klein. DFW Door Repair was repairing, restoring, and replacing doors in houses all over town when a couple of guys from Austin showed up and said, Billy, we need to take this nationwide. I said, I don't know how to do that. They said, we do. And that's how YourNewDoor.com was born. I'm telling you this in case it all works out and we become a big deal nationwide. You'll be able to say, I was there the day it was born. Billy and Jennifer help sponsor our ball games. Check it out, YourNewDoor.com.
For exceptional lawn care, call Evergreen Lawn and Landscape. We're a family-owned business serving Argyle for more than 30 years. Our services include lawn maintenance, fertilization, sod installation, and landscaping. Our service techs and support staff are fully trained and work hard to make your lawn the best it can be. Contact them today at evergreenlls.com. That's Evergreen Lawn and Landscaping at evergreenlls.com. Let us love your lawn as much as you do at evergreenlls.com.
Back here to try to finish this one out. 2nd down and 8, Argyle moving from right to left at the 49 of O.D. Wyatt. Jarrett Wagner hands it off to Chase Bagley. Tough running by Bagley to about the 43-yard line. That's a 6-yard pickup. And I said I didn't have that number. It's because I didn't pay enough attention to the roster that was sent to me for the playoff call-up. So that's Julian Caldwell, freshman, out there for Argyle, 6 foot, 170-pound freshman. And, man, is it ever good? Is it ever, they've been this quiet.
No.
It's like,
I feel like we're giving out the Papa John's.
Argyle 24?
Yeah.
3rd down and 2. Oh, and there's a flag. Aiden Fletcher.
That was a 10-yard
offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
I almost feel like the ball was going to him or something. Like he was just he was ready. Grant Romero checks in.
He's running a slant, that's for sure. He's going to come out.
Grant Romero back in, the 6'2", 170-pound junior wide receiver. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 7 now for Argyle with 1:11 to play in the ball game.
I don't understand why our coaches next door got so upset on that one play.
I don't know exactly what all was going on, to be honest with you. Quick pass over the middle. It's Braden Bach. Oh, he had it in his hands, and he was hit pretty hard and couldn't hang on to it. And Jarrett Wagner got to put a little more mustard on that one, doesn't he?
Yeah, you got to zip it in there.
He just kind of lobbed it to Braden Bach. And Braden was wide open for a little bit, but then Braden just had to stand there and wait on it and wait on it and wait on it. And then he was just hit pretty hard and can't hang on to the football. Now we've got an injured. I think the one that actually hit Braden Bach is
he's
laying
down
on the turf back at the 32-yard line.
And see, I don't know why Argyle has taken knee here, right? Go back in your huddle.
You don't, I mean, the sideline's not.
Well, this is the first time Argyle's done it with an injury.
So it's going to be 4th down for Argyle, 1:05 to play, and he is up and walking off under his own power. Alex Wallace, injured player.
One of their guys was on the Argyle side of the ball, and he was kind of in enemy territory. And when nobody was looking, he jumped up and ran to his side.
That was Womack, wasn't it? No,
44.
Oh, 44, is that who it was? Kelton? I think McKelton Thompson, man, he sacked Gasperson like the first play of the game. I don't think we've called his name the rest of the night.
I don't think we have either.
So 4th down and 7 here for Argyle. They're going to keep it here and go for it. Clock running up now. They're going to stop it. Why are we stopping it now?
The game clock is going. But the play clock has stopped.
The line judge over there is, what's he saying here?
Would you please set the clock at 1 minute and 5 seconds? Thank you.
1:05, so I guess.
Tim's over there going, well, somebody's got a signal. I think you chunk it here, right?
Yeah, I think you got to try to pick up the first down.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if the clock's going to stop after this play anyway.
He's going to hand it off, though, to Bagley, and he's going to get a first down. There you go, stopping. You don't even go out of bounds. First down for Chase Bagley. 13-yard gain for the Argyle sophomore.
Good heads-up play.
Nice job by him to not run out of bounds. So the clock does not stop. The ball at the 35-yard line with 57 seconds. It stopped until they set the chains, and now they'll wind them, and here's the best formation in football, the victory formation. When it's your team, of course.
Yeah.
The victory formation as Chase Bagley stands back at the 50, making sure that nothing happens, nothing crazy like a bad snap. Jarrett Wagner up under center, and he's just going to take a knee here. If he can get it below 40, they won't have to take but one. And now he will take that snap and take a knee, and that will be the ball game. So Argyle by-district champs once again in 2023. They are now 20-1 all-time in by-district games. Our final score tonight here at Eagle Stadium, Argyle 45, OD Wyatt 14. We're going to take us a timeout, come back with our Park Place post-game show. We'll try to catch up with Coach Rogers, our players of the game, if they'll stick around for a couple of minutes. If not, we'll just make it up. Park Place play of the game, final stats, take a look at next week, maybe an out-of-town scoreboard with Stephen Bartolotta. All that's coming up in the Park Place post-game show. Next, Argyle 45, OD Wyatt 14. Our final tonight. We're back with that Park Place post-game show in just a moment.
This broadcast is made possible by the generous support of our corporate advertising sponsors who have enabled Argyle ISD athletic programs to achieve many exceptional accomplishments, including state championships in multiple sports and 10 straight Lone Star Cups. These sponsorships remain the primary source of funding for the Booster Club, which directs the expenditures towards Argyle athletics and clubs at the high school and middle school level. Your corporate sponsorship provides the best opportunity for our student athletes to reach their full potential here at Argyle ISD, and in return, we offer numerous advertising packages which fit your budget to brand your business with high visibility in the stadiums or right here on these airwaves. Do you want to be a sponsor and support the athletics here at Argyle ISD? Contact Brian and Shelley Stone at aebc.sponsorship@gmail.com to begin your support. Go Eagles!
This is Andy Smith with AEBC Broadcasting. The Argyle Lady Eagles volleyball team has advanced to the Sweet 16 round of the state playoffs, where they face Lubbock Cooper up in Lubbock. Aaron Baker and I will be there to bring you all the action, so if you can't be there in person, be sure to listen live right here at ArgyleEagles.com. 5:45 pregame with a 6 o'clock start. This is Andy Smith with Argyle Eagles Booster Club Broadcasting.
Welcome back to
Bringing the mood down.
KAEBC Radio. It's smooth listening jazz tonight. Following this by-district victory for the Argyle Eagles, 45-14 over OD Wyatt. Argyle will advance to the area round where they're going to take on those pesky Abilene Wiley Bulldogs. I assume next Friday, probably in Stephenville, but I don't want to get anybody. I don't want to say anything too soon. That was the way advanced notice that I may or may not have gotten from somebody that I may or may not name. So, but not the important people. Well, no, she's important, but not the most important, which would be Coach Rogers, who would actually know. So if we can get him here in a few minutes, then we'll see if we can find out the actual real story on where we're going. But let's see.
Right now we're going to the field.
Well, I see a lot of yellow raincoats, though. Which one's Clark?
That big yellow one.
Well, this is a big yellow one.
Back out here.
Over there? Okay, there we go. We got you, Clark. You ready for us? Hello?
No, Coach Rogers got you.
Oh. He's trying to get – look at Clark. He's sitting there trying to unwind all the cords.
Sorry, guys. It's wet and cold.
All right. All right, we're ready when you are.
All right. Now here's Coach Rogers, 45-14. Got a lot of your 2s and 3s into the game in the second half, and just continue to dominate on the ground. How do you feel about your overall performance tonight?
I think the conditions are less than acceptable, and any opportunity for the kids to get out there and learn from this experience and rise to the occasion is kudos to them. It's a preparation path, and if they can learn something from each and every snap they're getting, our football team and our football program is going to be better. And so I think we took advantage of the situation, and lots of opportunities out there, and our kids will really benefit from it down the road.
Coach Rogers, Kenny up here. We saw a new wrinkle tonight with the split backs on each side of a gas person. Kind of, what did you guys see maybe that made you do that, or is that just something you decided we wanted to get Lane a little more in the action?
Well, I think it just gives our offensive unit, just something else to work on, but more importantly, it gives, our opponent another aspect of our offense that we haven't really utilized yet. Getting Lane in the backfield is an asset for our football team. Any more touches we can get him from the running back position or wide receiver coming from the backfield is going to be advantage Eagles. And so it's really a prep path for all the things we can do offensively going down the road.
Well, we won't keep you too long as we know it's cold out there, but just real quickly, if you have any information, Abilene Wiley beats El Paso Andress. Do we have any news on next week yet?
I haven't contacted Tarleton, but the early indications that we'll play on Tarleton on Friday.
Okay. Appreciate you, Coach. Go celebrate. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thank you.
By-district championship for Coach Rogers. Once again, that's pretty. It's becoming pretty common for Coach Rogers, isn't it?
Been saying that for a number of years,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. As we'll start to, let me get back over here where all these stats. That's why Blake does such a better job of doing stats and stuff than I do, because I got to move around on my computer, and he's still updating a few things. I'll let you finish over there. You're still updating some stats. Okay, we'll see if we can get some players of the game here first. If Clark can mosey around and
Coach
find
Rogers, I think he brought up a great point that you get a game like this right early in the playoffs where it's not going to be as big a challenge with the opponent, and it gets your guys a feel for playing in conditions like this, right? And even when we played South Oak Cliff last year, it was kind of chilly in the game, right?
Yeah.
And to go ahead and get that out of the way right now, hey, these guys know they can play in bad conditions. I think it's pretty important.
And you were even talking about earlier about how you wanted to try that field goal, and this was the weather. And now look, the rain pretty much stopped.
Yeah,
right?
it has.
now, but you tried a field goal tonight in the rain, with the wind, but it was in some wind and whatnot. And this is the kind of conditions we played South Oak Cliff in last season.
Yeah, so now the snapper knows what it takes, the holder knows what it takes, the kicker knows what it takes. Everybody does, and hopefully they're prepared for it if it does come up somewhere later on in the year.
All right. Well, hey, we like Rockmore. We'll get whoever we can get. As Clark's roaming around trying to find our players of the game, but some of them already headed to the locker room, and so. Well, we like his dad, but we don't want to talk to him right now. No offense to Dad. His dad's looking for him.
His dad had no tackles.
All right. Hey, Jake Kreckler led the way on the ground, 20 carries, 150 yards, 4 touchdowns. The only reason we're not talking to Jake Kreckler is we've talked to him 3 or 4 times this year, so we're going to officially give our player
He'd
of the
be
game
worthy,
to,
that's for sure.
Absolutely. Will Hodson has 1 catch for 41 yards and a touchdown. So, and then defensively, we go with Hudson Immaterio. He had 4 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack, but pretty much all those happened in the first half as Clark mentioned. He got a bunch of 2s and 3s in the game in the second half. All right, Clark, back down to you.
Hudson, once again, I know I've interviewed you at least once already this season, but once again, 100 miles an hour hair on fire. You got an early sack and kind of had limited playing time in the second half, but how did you feel about your game today?
I felt pretty good about the game today. It was just a good start to first round of the playoffs. I feel like our team's catching fire right now, and our whole defense is playing really well. We're coming together as a team, and the young players are stepping up like I knew they would, and everything's just coming together.
Now, it was kind of fun watching you guys, especially I like to keep an eye on the seniors and all that when you're on the sidelines towards the end of a game and it's out of hand. I'm trying to figure out if you guys have more fun cheering on the underclassmen than you do when you're out there playing.
I mean, I love watching those guys play, especially the kids that, they don't play too much during the season, especially the guys that get moved up from freshman and scout team. I love seeing those guys getting a shot. It's really cool to see that. So I have a great time watching that. We all get into it.
Excellent.
Hey, Hudson. This is Kenny up in the booth. Listen to this. This was fun for us. I want you to walk us through it after we hear it. Here we go. Pass is intercepted. Tipped by Max Bland. Intercepted by Hudson Immaterio, and he's going to take it back to the 20-yard line. Great job by Max Bland just getting his hands up as DK Crawford was trying to throw a bullet across the middle, and Bland just sticks his hand up, knocks it up in the air. Hudson Immaterio right there for the birthday present.
It was just really cool because it's my last game on this field ever, and I've never had an interception in my high school career, and I'm going to say that was probably one of the coolest moments, especially being the last game here.
Now, let me ask you, though, when you caught it and you turned around and looked to the left there, did you think you might be able to take it to the house?
I tried to turn the jets on, but got a little tangled up with someone. Thought I was going to get in there, but guess not.
All right, well, hey, I got one last question for you. Are you now that it's playoff time and it gets really, really fun, and aren't you glad you decided to play football this year?
Oh, I mean, it's the greatest decision I've ever made. I have so much fun. I don't regret it at all. I would regret that decision the rest of my life. And I have a love and a passion for this game. I always will. So.
Well, we're glad you're out here as well.
Yeah, wait, we got one more question, though. No, you didn't bleach your hair. What's up?
That's tomorrow.
Oh, okay. You're going to do it, though, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Go for my hairstyle.
If you hadn't gotten the interception, would you still have done it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, good. Hey, man, go celebrate with your teammates.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, congratulations, Hudson Immaterio, our defensive player of the game tonight. And it looks like everybody is cold and wet and ran to the locker room, so we're not going to get Will Hodson. That's okay. Hey, we've got Clark. Hey, Clark McNulty, our sideline reporter of the game. Any wise words for us as you walk off the field?
Well, I'll tell you this. I really enjoyed watching how they manage the balls, keeping them nice and dry to where we at least, because these balls get really slippery when they get wet. They had trash buckets over here, and they had two of them. One was for wet, one was for dry. And they did a really good job of managing that throughout the whole game. A lot of turnovers normally in this kind of weather, but not tonight.
All right. Thanks, Clark. Get on up here where it's dry. All right. Argyle by-district championship tonight, 45-14 over OD Wyatt tonight is Argyle. And we've got an out-of-town scoreboard with Stephen Bartolotta. Let's find it out. What's up, Big Poppy?
Thanks, Kenny. Well, it's going to be a familiar foe for Argyle in round two as they're going to face off with Abilene Wiley, who took care of business tonight with an easy 55-7 win over Andress at Sandifer Stadium this evening. Quarterback Bear Mang, he passes for 258 yards, 3 touchdowns, all coming in the first quarter, and the Bulldogs cruise to an easy victory, and they head to round two, where they will meet Argyle next week. How about some potential round three opponents for Argyle as we look ahead? One of their district mates faces off with Colleyville Heritage. That'll be the Denton Broncos, making their first playoff appearance since 2016. They run into the District 4-5A champion Panthers out of Colleyville Heritage, who are 9-1 on the year. They've won 8 straight games. That'll be a matchup tomorrow evening. Also tomorrow evening, it'll be Abilene Cooper taking on El Paso Chapin. That one is in Irvin Memorial Stadium out in El Paso. Potential round 4 opponents and another district mate to talk about. Emerson and Grapevine. They're locked in a good one tonight, but the Mavericks are hanging on in this one. They lead at 34-24 over Grapevine in the fourth quarter. Big numbers on the ground tonight. Cameron Lockhart, he's got 15 carries, 144 yards, 3 touchdowns. Quarterback Michael Hawkins, he's yet to complete a pass this evening because of all the wind, but he's getting it done on the ground tonight. 17 carries, 208 yards, and a score as Emerson leads it by 10. Tomorrow night, it'll be Lake Dallas taking on Arlington Heights. The Falcons are 9-1 on the year. And Wichita Falls Rider, they will be battling Burgess. That one is also, again, tomorrow evening. Some other big scores to tell you about. Midlothian Heritage, number 2 in the state, taking on Wilson, and it's all Jaguars tonight, 52-16. They are on